g'day, aloha, and hello everyone. Welcome to Hit Dice Heroes Chapter 4. Yeah, Chapter 4. I'm trying to change it up every week, you know? New intro every week.
Yeah.
That one's not coming back. We are super excited.
We'll shelf it for now.
Yeah. We're super excited to have you here with us this morning. Thank you so much for joining. I say this morning, but obviously we are from all around the place. It might be evening, might be midday, might be dead of night for you wherever you're watching this. But welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I am your DM, Alana, and I'm joined by my wonderful friends, which I'm gonna get them to introduce themselves, which I was gonna tell them about, but they're just gonna do it anyway. So, starting with...
We're good at improv.
Nico, you can go first.
Yep.
Yeah, improv.
Hello, my name is Nico. I play Akari, and I'm excited for our next chapter of this adventure.
Wow, we are turned up this
energy.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
My name is Kirli, and I play Gima, and I'm also prepared for the next chapter of our journey.
Awesome.
Who's not prepared? Let's get that out of the way first. That's fair.
Maya, take it away.
I gotta match the energy. Hello, I'm Maya, and I play Solace, and I am also ready to adventure, to D&D. Ooh.
Yeah, all right.
Let's just restart
No, I'm
the
not
stream.
convinced.
Let's just, we'll get back 15 minutes on the timer, we'll take a break, we'll restart the stream. No,
Technical
we're good.
difficulties,
We're
folks.
good. We're fine. And finally, hello, Phil.
Hey, I'm TP Burrow, also known as Phil. I'm playing Oleg, the nature cleric who is very excited and enthusiastic about venturing forth with this group of friends, people. These people he met on his travels. He's going to see where we end up. He knows he's got a cat to get some drugs for, so things to do, places to go.
Yeah.
Priorities.
If this is your first episode, first time watching, that is indeed one of their quests they're currently on, getting drugs for a cat. So, you know, stay tuned.
It's facts.
It's important.
So,
It's
just
important.
before we begin our story, we have a couple of announcements. Fairly light on announcements this week, but we want to shout out our wonderful character artist once again, the amazing Rysaie Arts. You would have seen her incredible character portraits in the the loading page before the stream started, and you'll see them here on our new updated character cards with some wonderful updated HP because these guys leveled up last session. So yeah, thank you so much, Rysaie. Go check her art out on Instagram and Twitter. She's amazing and deserves all the follows. Next announcement. So yeah, any technical issues, complaints, or compliments, please direct them to our wonderful mod, Wahemera. You'll see him in the chat right now. He's excellent. He'll be able to pass on any information you might have or direct them to us if you have any questions. He's also kind of just down for, you know, a bit of a chinwag if you want to chat with him. So please just say hello. He's great. Yeah, he's saying hi right now. Look at him go. Great. And then finally, we feel as though we couldn't really start without first addressing the challenging state of the world at the moment. So I know, like, at the start of the year, and I did this with my friends, everyone was kind of joking about, you know, 2020 being the year of the double crit. But it has honestly been, you know, and I think everyone feels this, a pretty challenging year so far. It's a year unlike anything that I've kind of experienced in my lifetime. And we just want to let everyone, you know, watching and listening, know that, as always, this stream is a safe place for you. We do not tolerate racism, we do not tolerate homophobia, transphobia, or discrimination against any people of any kind. We just want everyone to know that this is, like, you know, a very happy, welcoming kind of space. We support the Black Lives Matters movement that is currently happening in the US and also internationally. We support the Indigenous Lives Matter movement here in Australia, which is where myself and Kirli are from, which focuses on the inequalities and the failures of our justice system in regards to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. We are all, and we talk about this a lot, but we're all kind of in awe of the size of this movement. And we've been trying to do our part to educate ourselves, spread the word, and, you know, just support these movements where we can. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to start this session with a happy Pride Month celebration because it is our first session in June. And Pride Month is a great time. It's a time for acknowledging the past, celebrating, you know, self-affirmation and equality. But I know, and we all know, especially now, and especially in the US after the events of this week, it can be hard to celebrate and find comfort and find joy. So we just want to say to everyone in the LGBTQIA community, you are not alone, you are loved, we support you, and this is a safe place for you. Look, it's the best advice I think I've seen from this entire movement, this entire social change that is currently happening in our lives is it's a movement, not a moment. I think that is such a strong message in the sense of, you know, it's okay to pace yourself. It's okay to take self-care at this time, but, you know, keep the momentum going. But, you know, don't stress if you can't donate or go out and process. There are so many ways to support the Black Lives Matter movement and also the support various LGBTQ communities and groups in your community outside of monetary and physical activism. So what we're going to be doing, like we did last fortnight, we're going to be sharing some links throughout the chat of foundations and ways to donate and ways to, you know, actively be an active participant in this global movement. Yeah, and so it's just ways that we can, you know, show support, stand up, and try to, you know, stand up to the inequalities that are in all our societies. Like I said, we are an international group of Australia and US, United Kingdom, but these issues are everywhere. They're not just one country. So yeah, and then, you know, finally on top of all that, coronavirus is still a thing, which feels crazy to say, but it is. So, you know, it's still very much around. So if you do protest, please be careful, be mindful of physical distancing, quarantine yourself if you are able, and just, you know, follow all safety precautions, but please be safe. Please wash your hands, look out for other people, be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. It's a super challenging time right now, right? And people can feel the weight of those emotions. So, you know, just be kind, be patient, listen, and, you know, take care of yourselves as well. So really, the message is we love you, and we want to share the message of don't forget to love each other. We're all critters alike, and we firmly believe in that message of just don't forget to love each other, okay? And that's what makes everything, or hopefully will make everything all right. But, you know, I know also D&D is kind of a form of escapism for a lot of people, from the harsh realities of our actual reality. So thank you for letting us talk about this for a little bit. We appreciate you listening and learning with us. So that's just something we wanted to say right at the start of our stream, just to get our message out and clear. But yeah, thanks guys, we love you. On to some D&D now.
D&D.
Whoop,
D&D.
D&D, yeah. Cool. All right. Unless there's any other announcements, of course, I should ask. But I think we are good. Awesome. All right. Let's start chapter 4 of Hit Dice Heroes, our adventures in Wildemount. All right. Last session, we saw our adventurers face off against a set of animated armor, a long-forgotten security measure of the mysterious and supposedly marvelous Mage Mordek. Put up to the task by Mordek's nervous assistant, the halfling Faradoc Dale, the party entered the storeroom and were beset by the steel construct. During the fray, the party were also attacked by a similarly animated, now I looked up the pronunciation, it's a halbert, an animated halbert, with the help, I tripped myself up there. They were attacked by an animated halbert, and with the help of a suddenly very magical Maggie, the party were quick to dismantle the arms and armor assailing them. The party were eventually rejoined by Faradoc, with a sudden flash, who cleared up some questions about Maggie and his role as apprentice to Mordek. He then asked if the party would help him continue his cataloguing of the storeroom. After learning the difficulties of alphabetizing books in a language you don't quite understand, the party managed to scrounge up a handful of interesting, or as Faradok called them, garbage items, that he offered to give them in exchange for their help. And that is where we are now. So you guys have finished up the bulk of the cataloguing. Most of it is kind of being put away. The space actually looks a lot tidier, like you've done a bit of dusting as well, so it does look a lot neater. There's kind of like a bit of a trash pile, which is legitimate trash, things that they are, you know, actually throwing away. And then there is like this kind of small pile he made up for you guys of things that you can kind of have, which at this stage I think is really just consists of a shield and a cloak is the only thing that he really put into the pile. But you also obtained, Hikara, you obtained some playing cards that you put into your pocket, and you had also found a pipe, which he says you guys can keep as well. So that is, and he chucked in the 2 healing potions. You can just chuck those in. Yeah, cool. And so that's where you guys find yourself now, in the storeroom, tidied storeroom. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, and we asked him a bunch about the creature, and he didn't know anything about it.
I was going to put that in. Yes, so they also...
Oh, no, that's okay. I was just remembering.
No, it's good. It's fine. Thank you. They had asked Faradok about what this mysterious creature was that they faced a few days ago in the forest of Tusoa. This weird slug entity that had seemingly burst from the chest of the person they were looking for, which they quickly dispatched, but were now curious about its origins. Faradok had no idea, by the way, but he had offered you a chance to research it, so he said, I'm going to check it out for you and then get back to you when I can. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah. What do you guys like to do? Faradok is kind of just, like, he's mumbling to himself a bit. He's just like, and then I kind of just... I just like magic. Magic's the best,
Super valid.
Yeah, it's definitely miracles can happen with the assistance of magic.
Yeah.
That, what they said.
Yeah.
Hey, do we have anywhere else to be? Because I straight up don't remember.
Are you asking me or asking Faradok?
I'm asking, not Faradok, I'm asking the party in character, but also me.
I don't think so. I mean, we do have that cat flyer. I suppose we could.
Oh, the cat!
There's a missing cat, right?
We should find
We had a cat to find, which we were going to get another cat, some catnip, so that he would tell us, help us find. Is it Ruthie?
Faradok.
Ruthie, yeah. Yes?
Do you have catnip?
I don't believe so. I'm not much one of a gardener. You could try checking out my neighbour's house. He's got a bit of a garden. He's a few doors down.
Oh, okay.
But he could probably, I don't know, but maybe.
Yeah.
Catnip?
Yeah.
What do you need catnip for? The spell?
No,
Yeah.
Cat wants drugs.
Yeah, cats do that. I mean, I'm a dog person, personally. But, cats, they're okay too, I guess.
Was that on cue? Somebody get the dog to bark.
That was Maggie running in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. If did we finish? We finished cleaning, right? And everything we finished. All the organizing.
Pretty much. There's the stuff there in the pile. I will say. Oh no, sorry, my thing's mucking up a bit. I will say. Give Google Docs a second to load my notes.
On my to-do list is.
Oh yes, to-do list. Thank you.
On my to-do list is catnip.
Fuck yeah.
There's go to the fair. There's go see Connor after the fair. I don't even remember who Connor is.
Connor May.
What?
He's one of the leaders of the or he's like a foreman or something of one of the guilds.
Yeah. He had a job for us.
Maybe. Really, really work out why there was a dragon egg. That's gonna be important. And then
Forgot
also
that
this
existed.
says talk to Greg next time I see him. I think that might just be for me.
No.
Yeah,
Who's
no,
Greg?
that's
Oh, the duck!
the duck.
Yeah. Talk to Greg the duck.
That's right. And then maybe finding out more information about what this slug thing is.
Oh,
But
right,
we probably
yeah,
we
the
got Doc
slug
on that.
Yeah.
So
So, should our next order of business be catnip?
sure.
Oleg,
Nothing
is
else
that-
going on today.
Neither do I.
I do need to gather some other ingredients as well for my
Oh, okay.
armor. It needs constant maintenance, so yeah, if we could go by the forest or anywhere where we can look for ingredients. I believe the games master knows the ingredients I'm looking for.
Yep.
Does she? Yes? Those magic
Oh, we can-
secret ingredients that allow me to build those amazing things.
Oh yeah, totally.
Secrets?
Yeah, I know what you're
Good,
talking about.
good.
I know what you're talking about.
Either way, I'm
Yeah.
fairly sure the
We'll
forest
figure it out
will
together.
deliver
It's
most of
fine.
what we're looking for.
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
Can we kind of go
So
by the forest? If we go
the
by a
forest.
lumber yard or woodshed, that's good as well, because sawdust, and I wouldn't mind meeting this. Have we met the guy in charge of the lumber
Connor?
mill?
Connor?
Have we met him?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
he,
we met Miss
he
Tio.
offered. Yeah, he
Mhm.
didn't he basically say, like when you're interested, come by. I might have another job for you, or am I
Yes.
misremembering that?
Yeah, he said after the fair, if you're still in town,
After the fair.
and you're looking for
Okay.
work, come find
Okay.
me.
Can we go shopping somewhere
Sure.
Sure.
as
You've
well?
also
I don't want to monopolize today's adventure, but forest and shopping, please.
I don't think we
That's
have
fantastic.
literally anything else on the list
Yeah.
other than catnip
you
and wait
also-
for the fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also know the fair is tomorrow.
Right. So we don't have a time crunch. We have all of today to run around, find catnip, find secret magic ingredients, take a
Sure.
nap, maybe. I don't know.
Sure. Why
That's
not?
important.
I will say, as you guys are seemingly kind of getting ready to leave the room, everyone make just a perception check.
Perception. Oh, that's not good.
That's a 19.
14.
19?
Seven.
Natural 19.
I'd say with a 19, kind of like as you're walking out, you notice Solace from where the gamer had set up her initial pile, which had fallen down and like spewed books everywhere. That had been cleaned up, but you notice under one of the bookshelves there is a book that kind of had not been put away properly, and it's kind of just sticking out a little bit. And it's it's
Oh,
now
shit.
kind of the only messy thing in the room, just kind of sticking out a bit.
I'd just sort of like immediately walk over to pick it up if it's out of place.
Cool. Yeah, so you pick it up. It's this medium-sized kind of dark blue leather kind of tome, and it's got like silver filigree on it. What languages do you speak?
Halfling and Draconic.
Okay, yeah, it's none of those. But you having help, I'd say make an intelligence check as well as you're looking
here we
at
go.
this book with this kind of.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. I'll say, even though you don't speak the language, you've spent long enough cataloguing books this afternoon with Oleg to recognize that this is Elvish script. JavaScript. Elvish script on the front of the book, as well as this silver kind of symbol of what looks like, I should have drawn it, but it looks like a crescent moon that's kind of upside down, like pointing upwards. It's like
A smiley.
like a smile, yeah, but it's just the crescent moon, and then it continues a circle around. But it's like you kind of move it, and it shines like in different.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Y'all, I found this pretty book. I think it's in Elvish. You guys read Elvish, right? Look, if I turn it like this, it like moves.
Yeah,
Isn't
there's
that
like
cool?
a bit of like a light kind of shining on your face, sort of thing.
Is it in cursive?
It is in cursive. Yeah.
It does look like cursive.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
speak
assuming
cursive.
that's you guys' area.
Yeah,
So
proficient in cursive.
you read the title, and the title is Nodel Genhivar, which translates, as you
Cursive.
say to everyone, yeah, cursive. It translates to moon shadow. And
Ooh.
you have this book in your hands.
Moonshadow.
Moon shadow.
Hey, Doc.
Does it have pictures? Can we open it and kind of
Yeah.
flick through it? Any
Absolutely.
pictures, diagrams?
Yeah, you open
I
up,
give it
and
to
there
him.
are quite a few pictures. Almost on every second page, there are diagrams. As you're kind of flipping through, you see the main focus of each of the pictures are like these two figures that you assume it's telling some kind of story, but you'd probably have to spend time reading it to,
Ooh.
find the story.
Hey, Doc.
Hang on.
I found
Yes.
this book. Can we keep it? It's very pretty.
Oh, that's one of my favorite books. I used to read that to Maggie when I first met her. Yeah.
Oh, is it like a storybook?
It is. Yeah, it's a love story. Yeah.
Aw.
It's one of my it's Nodel Jahavia is the correct pronunciation of it.
That sounds close. I think so.
Yeah.
If it's your favorite book, then I don't want to
Oh
take
no,
it
no,
from
no,
you.
trust me, I've read it like a million times. It's fine. I think
Oh.
I've got a couple other copies anyway. Like I didn't. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You can keep it. Tell you what, I'll loan it to you. You can bring it back. And then that way
Okay,
you can.
that's perfect.
back.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Thanks, dude.
No worries.
Sorry, Doc,
Now
who
we
are the
don't-
main characters of the story?
There's no names for the main characters. It's kind of like, I don't know, have you guys ever heard of like fantasy books?
No.
It's set in like a fantasy world. So it's not our world, but it's a world full of, well, I guess our world's kind of full of magic as well, but you know, it's a world full of different kind of magic. But it's about these two Eladrin elves who were, you know, lovers from different courts, and they had to meet on the material plane for their secret trysts and their secret romances. It's very
This sounds like
exciting.
something Gima would like.
It's very exciting.
Sounds a bit spicy.
Oh, you know, it's very respectable. It's, you know,
Uh,
it's about how they had to, you know, hide their true selves from their families, and eventually, you know, well, I won't spoil it for you.
oh yeah, no spoilers.
That's what.
All right, that's awesome. Thanks for letting us have it. Sorry, that was my
No, we
computer.
found D&D Twilight Romeo and Juliet.
Twilight, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh no, what have we done?
It's
I'll say, Hikari, make a history check for me.
Alrighty. That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
So 21
Whoa.
total.
Wow.
we're doing good.
You have kind of this sudden flash of memory. It's something kind of long forgotten. Like you didn't even know you had this memory. It's not like you're thinking, oh yeah, I remember that from last week. It's just something kind of new, but it's still a memory in your head. From when like you were very young, it's like still kind of muddy, that come before your childhood memories, but you remember this symbol. You've seen this symbol somewhere before. Got a natural 20, man. Yeah, I'd say you can very accurately kind of pinpoint it to be before your earliest childhood memories. You just remember seeing this symbol. Yeah, that's what you get. And it's kind of like, it kind of takes you aback a bit because you're kind of like a bit in check with your like memories and a bit in check with your past, and this is something new. This is something kind of unknown to you, but you know it still. You don't know what it is, but you do know it.
Okay.
Cool.
I am hungry.
Oh,
Gima loudly exclaims that she's hungry as Hikari has this moment.
Cora's staring at
Wow, we've been hard at work for a while now. Yeah, I suppose we could probably go grab something to eat, and maybe along the way, maybe there's some catnip shops. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe there's catnip growing on the side of the road. Who knows?
Yeah,
like I said,
catnip definitely grows in the forest.
like I said, my neighbor, he's a gardener. He has a cat, so that's probably a good start. Yeah, his name's Adam. You can go find him. He's in
Wait, the
house.
cat or the guy?
The guy.
Is named Adam.
Yes.
The guy. Okay, cool.
Guy.
Do you know the cat's name?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really a cat
Okay.
person.
Yeah.
Got my Maggie, and that's all. That's good enough for me.
Understandable.
All right. Well,
All right, I
Oleg,
guess we'll head towards the forest, past the gardener's house? Question mark.
so yeah.
but
so,
a garden is sometimes like a forest, but concentrated the things that you might need. So maybe we should just sneak into the garden and just take.
Or we could
You
knock on the.
Oleg,
on
you
the
said you needed herbs, right?
Yeah, I don't think we should just take, though. We might need to
Let's
ask
not.
or possibly find some kind of trade.
Just raid the garden.
Yes.
But
Guy
we
comes
didn't
out the
take
next morning, like,
what
oh,
we need,
oh!
But if
I mean,
diplomacy doesn't work out, I might be able to slip in and get what we need.
But, like,
you see,
the
this is thing,
forest-
the forest has everything. Okay, yes, we can go and have a
Right
look
thing.
at the garden, by all means.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
okay.
look at the garden.
Oh, like I have a question.
Mm.
Oh.
The things that we would take from the forest, doesn't that belong to the forest? So aren't we stealing anyways?
Yeah, we're just borrowing it. We put it to another purpose, and that purpose will eventually reach its end, and it will eventually reach back to the forest anyways. So,
Circle of life.
So it's a cycle.
yes, we are part of the process. If we don't take from it, then we won't be able to return to it.
I'm convinced.
Very good, let's
Oh,
go.
you convinced,
Onwards.
oh, you convinced Hikari.
This-
Oh shit. Okay, let's go.
The circle of life is just like the nice name for the nitrogen cycle. It's like
Yeah.
so much prettier.
Yeah,
Well,
no, that
Alana
was-
coming in with some truth.
Cool.
Let's
So,
all go in the forest and have a poo. That will be ideal for the nitrogen cycle.
My word.
All right.
Sorry.
He's not lying. So you guys make your way out of the words escape me. The room.
Gates? Mansion?
Basement?
Oh,
Out of the basement, out of the storeroom. And as you do, you see Faraday's like, I might just stay down here if that's all right. I'll see you later.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. It's like your house.
Yeah.
Not your house. You were. Never mind. Bye.
I live here. Bye. And you,
Take care, Doc.
Yeah, he's like, you too. I'll be in contact if I find anything about this weird gross slug.
Oh yeah,
Thank
you.
Oleg,
You guys
Oleg, you have the stone, right? The stone phone. Oh,
You're muted.
Oh,
Phil.
you,
Phil.
I think you're
I
muted.
think you're under the silence spell.
Sorry, forgot. Yes, I was. I have a stone. Yes, I did get a stone. It allows me to do something, but I'm only allowed to use it once, I think.
Yes, it's a one.
think he'll
Essentially, it's a
contact
one-use
us.
sending stone.
Why did he give it to me? I don't really
He
understand.
thought you
this.
were the
Maybe-
least crazy.
He made a choice of who was probably the most trustworthy.
Yeah.
He picked you.
I can hold on to it. I like rocks.
Is it kind of flat? Is it a good, like, skimming stone?
It is, yeah.
I
Ooh.
wanted to
It's
skim
kind
it
of like
across some
it's kind
water.
of like palm-sized. Would be a very
Yeah,
nice skimming
I'll
stone.
keep it. No, sorry, it's cool. It's cool. I'll hang on to it. Next time we're passing a pond, please let me know, Games Master.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so you guys make your way.
Real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Real quick before we completely leave, can I actually go back down to have a word with Doc?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
So you go back down, and he's
Hustle back down.
You come in on him pretty much like just rubbing Maggie's cheeks, just like, that was so impressive. Oh, that was so good. I'm so proud of you. Oh! And he kind of like looks to the
No,
side.
don't let me interrupt. Maggie
Um.
was very impressive.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I just had a quick question regarding you said you made that sending stone, right?
Yes.
The one, and so I'm not familiar with how sending stone magic works in its entirety.
Mm.
Is it possible to send a message to someone that may not have a stone?
Yes, there are certain magics that can do that. It's not something that I can currently do. It's something that, in order to make the stone, I had to kind of follow some more powerful spells from Master Mordek's collection. But definitely, yeah, that's something that people can do. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if it was possible.
Sure, yeah, no, yeah. A lot of magic practitioners can accomplish that. If they're good enough. I'm getting there. Trying my best.
Yeah. I mean, maybe your apprenticeship will be over soon, and you can start doing things on your own, not under the watchful eye of Mordek.
What would that even be like? I can't even imagine.
I don't know.
The fabulous Faradoc. What's a magic?
Yep, keep going. Yeah.
And he kind of just like trails off
there.
thinking of possible titles for himself.
You'll get it, but
yeah.
Listen, I think if you keep this work ethic you have going, I think you might even surpass Master Mordek.
He's gonna do an insight check on you to see if you're making fun of him or not. You got a 12. I don't know. Are you making fun of him?
There's not making fun in a malicious way, but more so like humoring him.
He's like,
there is a sense of a genuine.
Okay, yeah. He's like, I don't know about that, but it's a nice thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, reach for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars.
Or you might just hit the other moon.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because we have 2 moons.
We do have 2 moons. I'm glad we can agree on this.
I mean, it's kind of hard to dispute. I mean, you just look up in the night sky and you see the 2 moons
They're
there.
just right there.
I mean, I think it's completely insane that we have a society of people called the One Mooners that don't believe that there's.
I was just about to make that joke.
Insane.
Absolutely absurd.
The amount of evidence supporting their
Exactly.
argument is so low compared to the. Yeah. Anyway, I could go on. Like, I really could.
I could as well. Yeah, moons are great. Anyways, I don't want to interrupt you any further, but I appreciate the information and help you've been giving us. So.
Let me know what you think of Moonshadow. It's a good read.
Yeah, actually, one more question. Do you know anything about the book, or like maybe like the author or something, or?
There's no known author. It's I mean, I'm not much of a literary scholar in terms of there are people like in schools that kind of assess and address, I think these are the words they use, literary texts, but this is more of a kind of folk tale that's been passed down. I think it's he's gonna make a history check to see how much he does actually know about the book. He's got very good. But he rolled a 2, or a halfling natural 1, as I like to call them. He's still got an 8, so he's gonna say, I mean, there is history to it. I know it's like a common story that some elves tell their children, like, that the moon is there for us, that sort of thing, but I don't know kind of too much more about it, really. Moons, what you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious myself as I sort of look down and breathe deeply, and the light of the moon sort of illuminates, my hand, sort of casting a little bit of light.
Ooh, cool. Wait, do you have the book?
Anyways, no, it's
Okay.
Gima has it up.
Okay.
Up outside.
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay.
Anyways, I will leave you to your business.
He transitions back to Maggie.
Nice.
Cool.
Catch up to everyone else.
Great. What have you guys been talking about?
Meanwhile-
I just sort of aimlessly staring. Do you think he's bullying
what's the weather
Paradox
like
down there? Because
Sorry.
I don't know. Do you think they're this is just me being anxious, I think, but do you think they're bullying Faradoc down there? Because sometimes they can be a little bit mean, and I don't think they mean it, but sometimes, and he's like really prone to cry, so I'm kind of worried about.
Make a perception check, Solace.
Make a perception check?
Yeah.
13.
Alright, you don't hear any crying.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably fine. I think I'm just frazzled. Yeah, that's true. I think Maggie would.
Yeah. You want to know about the weather, Oleg?
Please.
It
Can
is-
I click my fingers and kind of go?
Yeah, sure. You absolutely can do that.
Cool. Bombardier.
Oh my goodness.
Tell me what the weather is, please.
That's a translation from the Elvish. Tell
Yeah.
me what the weather is. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Solace is just like, it's so beautiful.
Oh, whoa, wow.
Oleg just screaming at the sky, "Weather, what are you?" Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
it's
wow.
it's still like early summer. It's coming up. Actually, yes, it's early summer. So it's a lovely kind of warm day. There's like a few clouds in the sky. It's getting into late afternoon. I'd say it's about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 30 degrees Curly.
It's a little toasty.
That's insane kind of temperatures for the UK, but yeah, okay, fine. If we're in the jungle, let me just kind of try and comprehend that kind of heat.
You're on the coast.
It is here right now. I think
Okay,
we're
yeah.
right now.
Oleg would nod and say, "Okay, guys, we need to visit a river or a pond or something because I need to have a bath. It's not going to rain for a few days, so we probably need to find some water somewhere."
Okay, yeah.
So forest instead of garden?
No. Garden,
Maybe there's-
forest, river, pub, maybe.
Garden, forest, river, pub. Garden,
Yeah,
Maybe there's a
forest,
river in
pub.
the forest.
Wait for this whole thing to
Forest
blow
River
over.
Pub.
Yeah. Cool.
Got it.
So
Let's do it.
Faradoc kind of described where the garden was. It's a few doors down. Retroactively, he described it. He says it's like kind of this pink, pink-colored building. Hard to miss. So if you guys want to make your way towards Adam's house,
Yeah,
We
looking,
march.
scanning plants,
yeah.
things that can help me make potions to
Sure.
do things.
I'll just say my Google Docs is having a nightmare, so I'm going to transition down to this screen. Sorry.
All right. Team huddle, very important. This needs to be as transactional as possible. For
What are you
example,
doing with your arms?
Okay.
For example, if he says
She's excited.
giant slugs, we say that is for somebody else to deal with. We will give you money. If he says I'm in the basement, we say that is for somebody else. We will give you money. Guys, stay on the path. It is garden,
Look,
forest.
there's a lot of signs going on here. I don't know if I can follow all of these
She's
signs.
excited.
Garden,
Wait,
forest.
No,
forest,
garden.
okay, yeah.
Garden.
Garden, pub, forest, river.
No,
thought the
garden,
river was
forest,
first.
river, pub. Garden, forest,
The
river,
river's not
pub.
Pub,
first.
forest, pub,
River.
river.
The river not
Garden,
first?
forest,
The river
river,
was first.
pub. No vowels in that. It's hard to make a term for that. It's
Catnip?
ripper.
Catnip is garden.
No, garden, catnip. We
So
sure we
garden-
can talk
so
in full
garden,
sentences.
Garden, catnip, river, forest.
Ace is gonna
Yes.
walk towards the house.
I'm just gonna
I
leave
understand
like, right now. Like, I'm just gonna go. Wonderful. So you
Okay.
guys succinctly get your plan in order as you make your way towards the garden. So it's quite easy to find. Man, you guys, fucking hell. Yeah, it's quite easy to find. It's a few doors down. You see there is this kind of like lovely, not like small by any means. This is still kind of the wealthy part of town. This medium-sized home. It's got this kind of lovely pink clay like cladding on it. I said like clay cat. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, on the side of it, and there is actually a man out there doing some gardening. He's kind of this tall man. He's got like really tan skin. You assume from probably gardening a lot, wearing kind of just simple robes. And yeah, he's just about his business.
Hey, what's up?
Whoa.
Buongiorno.
Hey.
Oh. Hello. Can I
Hi.
help you?
Yeah, you got catnip in your garden by any chance?
Catnip. I might do. It's a weed. I don't specifically.
It's a weed?
It's a weed.
The devil's lettuce.
It's a weed.
It's a weed?
It's a weed. I kind of, and you look around the garden and it's fairly free flowing. Like it's well taken care of, but not manicured. And he's like, I mean, it could be here or anywhere really. You guys kind of joke and say, I could get Mo to check for you if you like, but he's sleeping. And you look over and you see on the windowsill there's this like fat old tabby cat kind of like laying out on its back like.
Oh yeah, let's
Not
not
that
bother
chonker.
Mo.
Yeah, real chonker. He's like, I mean, you're welcome to have a look. I'm happy to share my garden with anyone that is interested.
That would be awesome if you don't mind.
No, not at all. I can,
Yes.
Yeah, that's
All right.
well,
Yeah,
Alert's gonna have
I guess
a field
we'll
day.
be
welcomes
meeting.
you
Yes,
to-
let's walk there and scope the place out. What can we have?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Catnip.
Although this is-
So I'll say, looking for catnip, you can make, everyone make a nature check. Or I'll say, make an investigation check with disadvantage. Because you're kind of looking for something that... okay, no.
Can I?
I'm re-DMing. Everyone make a nature check to see if you know what catnip looks like.
Oh shit.
5.
No.
12.
No.
9.
No.
I'm from the woods.
+1, 15.
15. Alright, Oleg knows
15.
what catnip kind of looks like. So I'll say everyone then make an investigation check with disadvantage except for Oleg. So, Hikaru, that would be a straight roll for you.
Yes.
That's an 11.
11?
So, do I get advantage or not?
You do, because you know what you're looking for.
Oh, that's good because that was a 1. Oh, so much better. A 2.
Oh no.
So that
Oh,
is
no.
a with advantage. That is a roll of 2.
Oh
I
my
got 12.
12,
10.
10. What was the
11.
highest there? Was 12 the highest?
It was 12. Gamer.
It's a bit hard. You find some weeds. Like, Gamer, you find weeds. Like, you're just like, is this it? Like, you've got...
Oh yeah.
And you actually, you're like, yeah, is this it? And you notice there's, like, a carrot in one hand, and there's, like, just kind of... He's like,
No.
I mean, they're to be eaten, I suppose, so... I would wash it for... Okay, no, that's fine, I guess. That's okay.
It's covered in dirt, Gima. There's dirt on it. probably-
Adam
okay.
is going to try and help you and see if he can find some catnip for you.
Oh, Adam.
Save us.
He knows what catnip
Adam.
looks like. Yeah, that's a 17. So he's
Oh,
like,
thank God.
Alright, let me have a look. And he kind of to the side of the house, all along the side of the house. He's like, oh yeah, here's some handy catnip. And he cuts it off.
Oh.
They are kind of still kind of fresh. Oh, because you know catnip, you know that they're generally kind of better, a bit dry, but you've got some catnip.
Marvelous.
Oh, that's what catnip
Wow.
looks like.
That is the catnip.
Oleg, were you searching for... I don't know that one, but
Oh.
are you searching for anything else that might be here or no?
Yeah. No, I can't see the grass blades of grass. No, I can't see anything. I am looking for other things as well. I just don't think any of them are here.
Is this one of them? And I pull out another carrot.
No, Gima. Oh,
It's like, oh,
I don't know. I don't even know what the ingredients
just
are.
brush
Is
the dirt
that
off.
one of the things?
just brush the dirt off, Gima, before you eat it. Oh god.
Carrot
Is
not.
carrot contained in a health potion?
It's not. It's contained in a very nice like soup or stew, but
Good for your bones.
It is not really. For health potions, like the way you can
Your
kinda make
eyes.
it
That's what
is-
carrots are good for.
Your eyes, yeah. Essentially, the way brewing health potions work is it depending on the level of what you're trying to make. There's a time and a cost associated with it. So really, you can put whatever you want into it in terms of your role playing. I can offer you some herb names if you like, but I'm happy for you to flavor that however you like as well. But yeah, there's essentially for like a plain old healing potion, it's a day and 25 gold pieces.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, plan
Well,
B.
it normally costs 50 to buy one, so it's half price.
Okay, plan B. I'm looking for, and there must be something, the elves must know about this, the people who live in the forest know about this, something that's naturally occurring within the forest that helps them combat insect bites. And I want to try and make this into a potion that I can sell to the woodsmen that are working in the forest.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second.
I want to weaponize insect repellent.
Corner the market.
Sell it
It's a
to
fucking
people
bomb.
and get them kind of addicted to it because it helps them when they're working in the forest.
You.
But it also helps Oleg control which areas of the forest they can work in with or without it.
You.
So they shall only cut down trees
Wow.
that let them cut down.
Oh, holy shit.
Oleg is some like ex-criminal mastermind.
Yeah, this is like some gang shit.
He doesn't even know what crime is. He just doesn't like people cutting down his forest.
Jeez Louise. Make a nature check. Just as your.
Oh,
Make a
God.
crime check.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm a nature cleric. I should be better than +1.
Wow, you really
Is that a
should
D20?
be.
You'll get there.
Nature's intelligence, that's why.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I can't
Never
see
understood
what
that.
the fuck that is. 19 plus
19,
1, 20.
really good. 20, dirty 20. You actually look up as Gima is chomping down on some lemongrass, which you know that if you break the stems of lemongrass a bit, it kind of secretes this oil that has, sometimes when burnt, sometimes when mixed with like an alcohol and maybe sprayed, has a kind of repellent nature. It's essentially citronella that it makes when you burn it or use it.
Marvelous.
It's the
Gina, where
closest
did you
thing
get
I
that
can
from?
think of
What are you
off the top of my
chewing?
head.
Can I have some?
She's chewing a pen.
Thank you.
She's got ink.
I got it in this patch just here. It's
Oh, please
spicy.
don't put it in your mouth.
It's good.
Yeah.
It also cleans my not teeth, my beak.
You can still have teeth.
The beak.
I think that we had a discussion.
Yes, we
turtle
shall have
sound.
some of that.
Turtles
So
have
we've got
beaks.
catnip, we've got something to suck on. What else do we need?
You know that the thing to suck on is good for repellent, if you wanted to use it that way.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
Yes.
if you're looking at making enough to like distribute and like, you know,
No.
produce,
No,
because
not
like
this
oh,
time.
I've only really got that one bush. I can't really let you like. There's
No,
probably,
just enough to make a small vial of it, just to test if it works.
okay,
if
sure.
I can
Two
make
stems.
insect repellent.
2 stems would do ya.
Okay, thank you. 2 stems of what was it called?
Lemongrass.
2 stems of lemongrass. Thank you.
Did you want any compensation for this? I feel like we're kind of
I'm
we kind of
just
barged
happy
in here out of
she's
nowhere.
like
people
4
to appreciate
carrots.
my garden.
Just
It is
requisition
a nice
parts of the
garden.
To be fair, it's
My
gone a little
allergies
bit-
are starting to act up, but it's pretty good.
Like, what do you?
I might be able to do
allergic
something about that. Wait a minute. Let me have a look.
Oh.
Can I do
I was just
anything
gonna give you
about
like a handkerchief.
allergies?
Do anything about allergies? Make a medicine check.
Maybe if
I'm
you
good at
stick both fingers up your nose, you'll stop inhaling the stuff that's making your nose itch, and then it'll fix the problem.
that. What the fuck is that?
That's what I used to do when I was 17.
17.
Did you have siblings, Solace?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
my
That makes sense.
older sister told me that was a good idea.
17
Maybe
on a,
that-
on a
Yeah.
medicine check.
Gotcha.
Oh,
It's all falling into place now.
You
that
know.
little shit.
I like tear up
Happens.
Hikari's nose and try and like move his
Oh
nostril.
god.
Like, just stay still, just 1 minute. I'm just having a look here. Don't breathe, don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
What can I see? Is there
I'm not
any signs of objects that need dislodging?
I'll say.
No.
It's his nose. It's your nose.
The medicine check I was getting you to do was to see if you knew how to do it, not really what you're looking
Oh,
at.
I see. Well, I like to get hands on, you see, and make sure my patients know that they're getting top class service.
Yeah.
No.
He he looks okay. They look okay. Their nose is clear. But you do know in your esteemed medical training that
Yeah,
things like
extensive.
vitamin C can be helpful unless they're allergic to vitamin C. Apple cider vinegar can be helpful unless they're allergic to apple cider vinegar.
I like that we're just testing Alana's medical
Yeah,
knowledge.
you
God,
know this
Medicinal
shit.
You're testing
herbs.
my
That's what this is now.
Googling skills. That's what you're testing right now.
Are you Googling right now? You're being fucking good.
I've got like so many tabs open right now.
Holy shit, that's super smooth. Because I thought you just knew that.
Oh, I'm going to claim it then in future.
Okay.
But you also know that acupuncture can also help.
I have an idea. Why don't we leave the area with a lot of pollen?
That too.
Yeah.
Removing
Just like
yourself
that,
from the
that's-
allergen.
Armfuls of stuff.
I
Go.
do think I know. It turns out it was my sister pranking me, but it did help if you just stick those right up there. I think it's worth a try. Anyway, thank you
see
for your
Adam,
catnip.
Adam is
Yeah.
just like staring at you like,
Yeah.
I think you should leave now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. So you
Well, I
have
think
your
that went
catnip,
well.
You have your lemongrass.
Alana,
Dina-
I randomly still had some goat cheese and milk, which I would say probably might be just on the turn, but can
Where
I
did
give
you-
him my
Oh,
goat cheese
wow.
and milk?
That would have been like
It wasn't
That was
that
about
long
that's
ago.
2 weeks
2 week
ago.
old.
It was
That's
not.
2 week old
Oh, it
goat
was.
milk.
But the goat's
Yeah.
cheese might just be
In
getting
your
better.
pocket.
You've been carrying it round all
Oh.
this time?
No,
Yeah, it's
maybe
been
I
in a
drank the milk,
swamp.
but could the cheese
It's got
have
some
just
chunks
been
in it.
getting better?
So you mean that time in the forest when we couldn't find any food and we were really struggling, you had goat cheese in your pocket all of this time?
We almost died, Gima.
We did?
Here's the thing.
You've been hoarding the goat cheese?
Unbelievable.
Goat cheese lasts like maybe a week in the fridge.
Okay, I don't have goat cheese. Don't worry.
You're not gonna
about
have it.
it.
It's just you would.
You got me all
everyone
excited.
would know that you had it. Everyone would know that you had this goat cheese because it would smell.
No, it's okay. I don't have goat's
Okay.
cheese. I clearly already
What that
consumed it.
was? I just thought
Okay,
someone
add
was
it
farting
to
like
the list. Put
constantly.
it on the list of things to do.
Yeah.
Get
All
goat
right.
cheese.
So now it's garden, catnip, goat
Done.
cheese, forest, river,
Pub.
pub.
Wait. I thought the river was first.
I don't know. I think
Wait,
my-
can we
Catnip,
still-
garden.
You know.
Do we still need stuff?
Like.
Wait, the forest and the river are pretty much the same one because we would need to
Oh, right.
walk through the forest
So
to get
should we
to
just
the
like
river.
put it like should we make like a separate like umbrella category where it's like forest, river, under like the same thing?
You know,
Yeah,
like,
I think we
go.
should
Yeah,
walk.
sure.
when you
Let's go.
plan
Okay.
a session for D&D as a DM and you think, yeah, this will take like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then you're not off the first paragraph yet. And you're just like, fuck.
Okay.
So, I'm
I
going
feel-
to raise
do you
this
like
in and
gust of
say,
wind?
you leave the garden.
Oh wow, yeah, this wind is really pushing us
Yeah.
along.
There's a
Oh,
really
shit,
strong
I'm
wind
railroading
coming
this
from-
bitch.
Where's that come from?
Oh, do it. We're.
I think we need to go this way. Chop, chop, come on.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Places to go.
We got to make sure we get all of our errands done for the festival tomorrow.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Alright, so you guys,
Forest.
forest next?
Right?
Forest montage.
Wait, were we going to the forest out of character? Phil, were we going to the forest to look for herbs? So do we just need to go to? Do you just need the river now?
No, he was looking for armor.
Oh, that's
upgrades.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, just bits and pieces. It is literally just a walk through the forest for Oleg, and he will pick up whatever bits
Yeah,
that
so
he
let's-
think might be suitable and do it as we
Cool.
walk.
You guys can do that.
We can go like along the forest on the way to the river.
Okay, so the way the kind of city
Hold on a
works is currently, you know what, I should have had a map ready for you guys, but I'm just going to show you. It is essentially
I'm sorry, Alana.
No,
Should have guessed we wanted to go for a swim in the river.
I've been meaning to draw a proper map
Yeah.
of this for you guys. So this is the best you're gonna get right now. So it essentially looks like that, and I'll put it up on the main screen at the moment. So it's a V-shaped city with a cross kind of roadways, and then obviously a bunch of different roads all throughout. This here is the river. Man, this is
To the east is the
not-
river.
That's probably not gonna work. Let me try this. This might work better.
I think I'm picturing it pretty
Let's see
okay.
if that works.
Oh, there it is. Hello.
Perfect. Now everyone can see it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah.
this is the city of so it's kind of this general shape. This is where you are now. This is the river, and these are the docks. And then you've got forest kind of up here and forest to the side. When you guys went and dealt with the bullywugs, you went out the southern gate, and it was down in that direction
Okay.
to the southern woods. So, and this is the center of town, and this is your inn where you're currently staying.
Okay.
Yeah, maps. only the highest
Alright.
quality here on Hit Dice Heroes.
If it serves its goddamn function, that's all we need.
Yeah. So there is a gate up here. You can make your way up there if you want to get into those forests. It's probably going to take you like an hour and a half to like do all that, like to then make it back to where you are. But you're welcome to do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
with that.
Guys, I you don't need to come with us if you don't want. It was just a quick trip for me. I mean, I'm conscious that I'm just monopolizing the team's time just for my own minor tasks. If you guys have places to go, then I don't.
I have nowhere to be. If I
Garden.
did, I would be there.
Garden
I'd
Forest
happily go.
River Pub.
Yes.
Going,
Oh, is that the order?
I'll say just as you're like doing your stuff in the forest, kind of collecting stuff. You guys are just kind of spending a lovely afternoon. And these forests are a lot different to the southern forests where you're with the bullywugs. These ones are a lot more kind of open, dry, a little bit more welcoming, less spooky, as it were. I'll just say as you're kind of like hanging out, Solace, make a perception check for me, please.
8.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys have a lovely afternoon kind of in the forest.
Do I see any flowers?
Make an investigation check for flowers.
Oh. 5.
Get them out of the way now.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You
I don't
find
see any flowers.
you find essentially, like dandelions, like the ones
Yeah.
that you blow on to make a wish.
Oh,
You
okay.
find just the head of that, like it's already blown away.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
like,
that doesn't
would
make
like
me
to
sad.
look
That doesn't make me
for a
sad at all.
piece-
Let's go.
Sorry.
You're right. What do you
Oleg
No,
wants
you're
to
fine,
look at a piece of ebony or some really, really dense hard wood.
Isn't it like really expensive?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's off the scale. If you look at
Oh, shit.
what's it called? People that sponsor Critical Role.
Wormwood.
Wormwood.
Wormwood, yeah. If you look at their ebony box, which is the one that they gave to Vax, the price is like 50 times
Crazy.
what it is for any of the other boxes.
shit.
And it's like, that looks amazing, but I could never afford
High
that.
quality wood.
You can make either an investigation or a nature check. Excuse me.
Nature. I'm a nature cleric and I hate nature. That's just wrong. No, they're both the same. Okay.
It is weird that nature's intelligence. I guess
Yeah, I just feel like it could have been wisdom, but
18 plus 1. 19.
19. There's no trees of the genus Diospirus here in this forest.
Wow, Elena, you are
The
just
what?
flexing your expansive
Popping
knowledge
off
on
over
this.
there. Goddamn.
But
Well,
unfortunately, no. It's more just kind of like elm and
okay. What's the hardest wood that I can find? I want something that Oleg can use to make his armor into an Oleg version of studded leather armor to hopefully improve his AC. I'm happy to spend time, but I'm just looking for the raw materials, basically the studs.
yeah. So you find like a bunch of kind of like stumpy wood with like these burls kind of in it.
Yeah,
That if
something like
you
that.
wanted to spend some time, you could probably like knock out a couple burls, get some thick pieces of wood.
I mean, it may take a few trips in order to gather them all. I'm happy to just gather
and I would
2
say
or 3.
also for like, because you're currently wearing like leather armor, you'd probably need some leather tools or maybe someone that knows how to use leather to maybe help with it. I know you can kind of druid craft, but for the sake of
I'd need somebody else to do it.
but I'll say you find kind of the materials in this process that you could use, so
That's,
you
that's
might save a
very
bit of
kind,
money
thank
off
you.
it.
Cool.
Oh man, I'm out
Okay,
of focus.
I'm done in the forest. Anybody else need anything in the forest?
I'm so out of focus. There we go.
Nope.
Cool. So you make your way.
Can I?
Oh,
No,
no, you
never mind.
do it.
Never mind.
Do it. It's fine. Do it. What do
No,
you
I changed my
want?
mind. I changed my
Okay,
mind.
cool.
Sorry.
As you guys are leaving the forest, I'll say, Solace, you can make another perception check.
11.
11. Cool. As you guys are leaving, just very briefly, just from the corner of your eye, you kind of see this slight glow, and as you turn to look for a second, you see this floating kind of orb of light, and then you blink and it's gone.
Fuck it.
What?
Huh? What? Nothing?
What?
What?
Oleg turns back and says, sorry, what?
What?
Huh?
Uh-huh. What?
Gima?
I know she should have eaten the carrot. She's now very
Strange.
hungry.
It had dirt on it. It had dirt on it. Whatever. I just saw like sunlight.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
River!
Where's she going?
I don't know where I'm going actually.
She's just
I'm following A.
peeling off in a
Town's
direction.
that way.
River!
Oh fuck. Alright.
You guys can make your way from the forest, like, outside the city gates towards the river if you like. You do know that there are a few gates, kind of just in your time being, like, along here. You know that this is kind of where you met the cat. There's a gate there. Okay, you can kind of make your way around the bend a bit if you like.
Let's do that.
Sure.
Head for the river.
Yeah, it takes you about
Dive straight
Over
in.
the river.
40 minutes or so. Yeah, you get to the river, and there are, like,
Go.
there are like boats on the river. You see, it is mainly a fishing. It's a fishing and lumber town that you know of. So there are a lot of fishing boats. There aren't any like massive ships or like galleons or anything. Maybe like the biggest would be like a 2-mast ship kind of docked there. But a lot of barges, a lot of floats. Yes.
Is the water clean? Does the water look clean, or
Yeah.
because of like the boats, does it look kind of?
No, it looks pretty clean because most of them are
Okay.
like sailboats or like rowboats. It's like, yeah, and the water like it
Right,
flows
it's not-
obviously south, down towards. I mean, well, let's see. Let's do a geography lesson. Everyone just make an intelligence check, just to see if you know where the hell you are in this world.
2.
5.
Cool.
I don't know where I am. I've
6.
never known.
12.
What
I know I'm here.
Hikari, you would know. Because it's very
Thank
basic
God.
knowledge. And Oleg, you would probably know if you cared to know. But Hikari knows that this river leads straight to Port Damali, and then out to the main part of the Menagerie Coast. Man, I am popping in and out of focus. There we go. Yeah, so you know that this is the river that leads to. Actually, you know what? I could have just shown you this. Yeah. So that is. So we're there.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Oh, my cursor doesn't appear. There you go. You got Tosoa, and the Tyoden River
Right.
goes down to Port Damali.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Tight.
So you guys, Oleg jumps into the river and begins bathing. Do you
Oh,
take
shit.
this stuff
Oh,
off
wait,
first?
are we...
I'll hop in after him.
You guys
Yeah.
have a
I'll
lovely.
put my hammer and the heavy stuff down in like my bags
Oh
and
my
go.
god! You
guys
chop
keep-
him with a warhammer.
You need to keep
Yeah,
clean.
I know. I would sink.
Yeah.
Wash behind the ears.
Yeah. I've been dirty, so this is a good.
I say
This is good.
Oleg seems like the type of person that would have like a pouch of herbs that when you rub them together they kind of lather up and like uses that.
I was
as
just
a
thinking the
wax or
same
so.
actually. I thought, yeah, Oleg needs something.
There's an Australian
Yes,
plant that does it. I'm fairly certain.
Oh shit!
touch of honey.
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
What's that? That smells good.
Do you want some? Here you go.
Yeah.
I'll
What
make
is it
some
for?
for everybody.
Wait, what's it for?
It's for your hair. It makes your hair smell good.
Wow, I normally just like rinse it.
Nice.
I just like hiss at it. I go,
Oh,
and then I go and I just like disappear under the water for an hour.
Cool.
Oh.
Gima
Does anyone know where Gima went?
submerged.
Hey man, hello.
Gima?
Can I try and get a fish?
Yeah, sure. If you wanna, how are you trying? Are you just like trying to bite at a fish?
Yeah, I'm like swimming. I'm gonna like
Snapping turtle, baby.
yeah.
I'll say yeah. You see a fish, you swim up to it, make an attack roll.
I don't have a bite attack
You
roll.
don't. I'll say
Like
use
that
it like your
fucking
claws.
fish.
I'll say you can use your claws.
Okay, that's good. Except I did cover my caltrop in this green tape accidentally while I was listening to
What?
our D&D game. So just
Right,
Accidentally?
Welcome
Some
to
chaotic
Dice
choices
Heroes.
have
We are
occurred.
chaos incarnate.
I'll do it on D. Hang on, I'll do it on D&D Beyond. Oh, that sounded like an ad.
Wait, did you roll?
Yeah. Oh, I got. Wait, can I plus anything?
I'll say plus. I'm not gonna say you're proficient with biting, so I'll say +3.
Woohoo. I rolled the wrong dice. I rolled my.
Roll a
Yay!
Roll a d20 +3.
Yeah, I know. I rolled a caltrop. Dirty 20. 17 plus 3.
You hit. It's a fish.
Oh my
Um,
god.
You
It's a
well,
fish.
yeah. You can do 1d4 plus.
It's okay, I got it out. I got it out,
Oh,
everybody.
biting would be strength. Yeah, so 1d4 plus 3 damage.
So 4. I rolled a 1.
4 damage. It's a fish. You kill this fish.
It's a fish.
Fish.
Wow.
You catch a lovely sea bass.
I
Nice.
love
Yes, salty.
Cool.
Are you still under the water or do you resurface with your fish?
Nah, I'm eating it under here.
God damn it. Is Gima dead, you guys?
I don't think so.
You don't? I do! I'm
Can't,
worried!
can't she, like, breathe underwater?
What?
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. I've seen her disappear under a waterfall once for a few hours. I was a bit worried about her, but she came back eventually. Yeah. So yeah,
Wait.
she'll be okay.
Wait, you can't breathe
Oh, wait.
underwater? Solace?
What, me?
Can you breathe underwater? No, is that a normal thing?
Yeah, isn't that like a normal thing?
That's the normal thing? Oh,
What?
fuck. It's not a
Yeah,
You
thing
can
where
breathe
I'm from.
underwater.
Yeah, can't you?
You can.
No. How? No.
Wait,
More
I just remember-
importantly, how do you?
I'm gonna.
Never
Everyone,
mind.
shush, I'm gonna telepathically. If she's within 60 feet. Hello? I can't remember.
No.
she-
Bullshit. Bullshit. Does he believe it? Do I believe Hikari can believe underwater? I think that's bullshit. He's winding me up.
Make an
That
inside
sort of thing
check.
is not possible.
Make an
Surely.
inside check, Hikaru. You make a deception or persuasion. No, make a deception check.
Yeah.
30 feet. If Gima's within 30 feet, I'm gonna telepathically be like, "Yo, are you dead?"
She's probably not
12.
within like 10 meters of you.
My
She's-
deception was 7. I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
Gima's
Hmm.
dead, you guys.
Yeah, you send the message and you don't get a response. Like,
Oh my god.
Wait,
Hmm.
so are we is it confirmed that Gima's dead?
She didn't answer
What?
me. She didn't
I
answer.
missed that. I was looking at the dodgy monk. What's going on?
I tried to talk to her and she didn't answer. I think she's fucking dead.
I haven't gotten in
I'm
the
gonna dive
water
under
yet.
the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna dive under the water and try and look for her.
Cool. Make an investigation check. Or make it. No, sorry. It'd be perception. It'd be perception to see, but it'd also be with disadvantage because you're looking into kind of like a dark.
Okay. That's
10.
10. You do not see Gema. You do kind of see her, like, in the distance, probably like 20 feet in front of you. Another glow.
Are there any
of
fish?
light that.
I see another glow of light.
Another glow of light.
I'm gonna swim towards that.
As you kind of blink and move forward, it disappears.
Fish. Are there any fish nearby?
Come back to the
Oleg's looking
surface.
for
Yeah,
fish.
there's fish. We've established there's fish. It's okay.
Okay, good. Oleg will cast Animal Friendship on the fish.
Yep.
If it can pass a Wisdom save DC 13.
Far out. Alright, let me see.
He was fucking dead, and you're talking to a fish.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
Holy
a
shit.
fish has a -5 wisdom, so he got a 1.
Bum, 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 bum. Where is Gema? I'm looking for my friend Gema. Bum, 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 bum.
Did you do animal friendship
don't
or
know how
speak with
fish
animals?
Animal Friendship, yes. The Animal Friendship is the wrong one, isn't it? Speak with animals is the right one I meant.
Yep.
Yes. I'm going to cast
So you
Speak
cast
with
animal-
animals. Bum,
you
bum,
cast-
bum, bum.
Oh, yeah,
Fish
animal
is
friendship
looking at me
just
very
automatically
strange.
fails. I'll let you do a mulligan on that. Because animal friendship would
Thank
immediately
you.
fail because its intelligence is too low.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm not reading my spells. But yes, I want to speak to the fish and find out where Gema is. Where is the big crab person? Where has she
Crab?
gone? What is she? She's not a crab. Insect? Not insects. What's the right word?
Jeez.
Oh, right.
Alright,
Thank you.
You ask
It's late at night.
you ask this kind of school of fish, and they're like, "Scary turtle, we swim away from the scary turtle."
Good. Which way was that?
They do like the Finding Nemo thing where they like all school.
No,
go,
never mind.
"What?"
Yes.
She was in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Thank you. On your way. I have no idea where Gema is. Maybe we should just go to the pub and she'll find us.
What?
Cool.
She'll turn up.
I just surface.
Just
Ah,
full on
There we
bleach.
go.
Oh,
Pub.
Gema?
Just like sucking the bones.
Gema. Gema. I have 2 questions. 1, where the fuck did you get that? 2, I thought you were fucking dead. The second one's not a question. The second one's
Why?
a question. I have 1 question. I thought you were under the water for like 15 minutes.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Sorry, I didn't know that I should have. You know what? I've experienced this before with people not knowing that this was a thing. I can like breathe underwater a bit. Well, I can hold my breath for a long time, sort of. I don't know how it works. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
It's okay. I just am learning new things.
Pub?
Pub.
Yeah.
Pub? Question mark?
Pub.
Perfect.
Pub.
wait, wasn't there something else?
Oh,
Pub.
jeez.
No, there was pub.
Okay.
Garden, forest, river, pub.
If we're near the river, the cat was near the river, we could give the cat catnip on the way to the pub if we wanted to.
Cool. Let's go find the cat on the way to the pub. Can we do that? Find the cat, give the drugs to the cats, go to the pub, get drunk, tell the cat to
Sure.
find the cat. We come back, the cat tells us where the cat is, we get the money for getting the cat.
Alright, you
We
guys
win
leave the
D&D.
river and make your way towards the cat. Moving this
Let's
along.
go find the cat.
Oh, I got serious.
What's the name of the cat?
The cat was called Buttercup.
Buttercup.
Hey,
Was
Buttercup.
that the cat we were looking for, or was it the
No.
cat that we were
The
drugging
cat,
up?
The cat you were looking for, I don't think you got its name.
No, it just said missing cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of know what it looks
Okay,
like.
yeah. Buttercup.
Fuzzy.
Buttercup.
Cool. So you make your way back to the docks. Just make a general perception check to see if you can see the cat hanging about. It's still the same day, bizarrely. This feels like it's been 10 years.
14.
14? Cool. Yeah, you see a bunch of cats kind of like hanging around. Obviously, it's the docks. There's fishing things around, so cats are hanging around, and after a little bit you do spot Buttercup kind of just, sitting there looking at its paws, like looking at other cats kind of smugly, as it's wanting to do.
Okay. Keeping it in his bag, he'd walk up and he'd say, yeah. So, believe you want some of this kind of stuff here, man? Do you spice? Do you want some nip? Any nip going? Anybody nip?
I just look at the other two.
You I guess you cast Speak with Animals again before you say this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not just going all gangster without just doing that first. Yeah.
People
definitely.
walking by just see this man in like bark and by just going, "Hey, you looking for?" Yeah. No,
you
see...
want us fixed, man? Come on.
Jeez.
We got a deal to do, places to go.
You see the cat perks up.
Sorry.
Like, are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of the way
No.
I speak?
No, I'm just making fun of myself. I'm just a stupid elf not knowing what on earth he's doing.
Right.
Where are you, Buttercup? We've got a deal to do, Buttercup.
I mean, do I just look like any other random cat? Of course I'm Buttercup.
Good. I couldn't tell your... Yeah, cool. I've got some catnip. I got places to go, so we need to make this snappy.
All right,
I give you catnip, you find cat.
Oh,
I come back, you tell me where cat is.
Sure.
Deal done, yeah?
Sure.
You get more
Yeah,
catnip.
that's the deal. Yeah.
Yeah, good. See catnip I've got here? I give you
Yeah.
half now, half later. Find cat, get this half. Okay?
You don't
We
need to
good?
speak. You don't need to speak down to me. All right, like I.
24
understand.
hours, man. 24 hours. Otherwise, I want your badge and your gun on this.
This cat's just
There's
like,
your nip. Go find me my cat.
You've been smoking too much
Please.
of this catnip. I tell you, like.
Right, well, I've been swimming in the river and I was washing, and it's been a funny day. So.
The cat looks at the catnip and gives it a bit of a sniff, and I'm going to roll for quality of catnip.
It's damn good quality. You dissing my shit, man? The fuck?
Fake catnip.
Jesus Christ.
Comes straight from the source.
Yeah, I've just been there.
It's like, well, I generally
I
like
go,
mine a
guys.
little bit more aged, a bit dried, but it seems like it'd be pretty good stuff. And you see he kind of like, as he gets close, his eyes go a bit wide, and he's just like, oh yeah. Like, he starts like rolling in it and generally enjoying the heck out of this.
Hey, don't forget, you got a job to do. Find the cat. Don't enjoy yourself. Don't blow it all at once.
Look, I don't tell you how to do your human business.
Hey, you want to party? That's cool. We all want to party. That's cool. We understand. But party
We
on your
like to
own
party.
time, not on my time. Not on my time, dude. You got a job to do. Go find me a cat. We're going to the pub. We'll be back. 24 hours. I'll be back. Okay.
I'll go find that cat for you.
Let's go.
He picks up the catnip in his mouth and runs off with like a trail of cats behind it.
Good.
Wow.
I keep the other half, and we go to the pub.
Excellent.
Oh, like you really have a way with cats, it seems. I mean, I can't hear what you guys are talking about, but man,
Yeah.
that looked like it went pretty well.
Cool.
Yes.
You guys make your way back to the pub, the wonderful Drunken Duck Tavern, or inn, whatever it's called. I don't remember. And yeah, you see behind the bar is Ayla.
Isla?
Isla, yep. I remember my own characters' names. You see Isla is there, kind of serving drinks and just, being her friendly self. Yeah, and you guys have kind of the evening to yourselves at this stage.
I'll walk over to Gima. Hey, Gima.
Yeah?
Do you have that book? That the moon, the cursive book?
Was I meant to have the book?
Didn't you have the
I
book?
think I had it, but it
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
like
okay.
that's okay.
Do you have the book,
Curry
Gima?
pivots.
I don't.
Oh. My mistake.
Was I given the... I'm really sorry. Maybe it's in the river?
Gima, by the way, did not take off any of her belongings before she dived into the river.
Let's hope that's not the case.
I just
I'll ask.
search. Guys, did anyone
I'll
know where the
ask
book
Alex.
is? I didn't mean to lose the book.
I have the book.
Oh,
Oh. Excellent.
Are we supposed to? Oh,
Do you mind if I borrow it?
yeah. I mean, I can't read it.
Oh, that's fair.
If you wait, it's not mine actually. I don't know why I'm acting like I can barter. Could you tell me what the story is? Because I'm
yeah,
curious.
read
and I like
it
stories.
aloud. Read it
Read it.
aloud.
Yeah.
Read it aloud.
Read it aloud.
Read it.
We'll get a table.
Yeah.
Sure.
Stories.
Sure. I could do a bit of
stories.
story time. Yeah. Let's get a nice place by the hearth. There's a fireplace in this tavern.
If you say it, it's true.
Sure, yeah, there is.
Yep,
There is actually.
we're going by the hearth.
It's kind of near the stage that Greg likes to dance on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you find a spot and do you begin reading the book?
Yeah. Are we all comfortable? Are we all cozy? We all have our cups of hot cocoa and tea. And I will
Story
I'll
time.
begin telling the story.
Cool.
Reading the book.
You read the book and the story as it's told. I don't have a story written out. I'm sorry, guys. But as you
No, that's okay.
read the story,
But as flavor,
yep.
since we're level 3, I got a new feature.
Ooh.
As I'm reading,
Yeah.
could I subconsciously begin casting minor illusion to create the images of the story
Sure.
and make them like float around around me as I'm
Sure.
telling the story?
I'll say
Okay.
like it's you don't even kind of really know you're doing it. It's almost like holding the book is kind of like
Mhm.
facilitating this. But as you're I don't know where the music went. Oh, I see, it's short. There we go. As you're reading the story, it is a story about these two Eladrin elves from the Feywild that were deeply in love, though they were from different families. They were one from the Seelie, one from the Unseelie court, and they were forbidden to be together, so they used to escape to the Feywild, and once a year to just be together and to solidify their love. But their families began to grow suspicious, so they would try to follow them and see where they were going. So they used the powers of the moon and the gifts of the moon to kind of hide their meetings and hide their little tryst. Till eventually they decided to stay on the material plane forever, and the story kind of ends with them vanishing into moonlight and their families not knowing where they went. And as you're reading it, the symbol that you saw on the front cover, the one that kind of triggered, it's repeated throughout the entirety of the book. And as you kind of like turn and you show, and sorry, I should mention too, on each page there's kind of like images of what they're doing, not in a dirty way, but in like a kind of like them hugging and them going through portals and them, them doing like moon stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I'll say as you're kind of turning it and showing everyone, probably I'd say really only Oleg. You can make a religion check. You can make
Religion.
no, you've kind of already made
Really?
one.
Are you sure? Religion?
Yeah, you can make a religion check.
Yeah, he's aware of religion. He just doesn't. That is a. Is that a 19? It is. It's a 19, and I think I've got
19.
+1.
You kind of like
And
you have some like
No.
formal knowledge, even
22.
22. You do have you do have you kind of recollect back to some form of formal knowledge that you might have had, and you recognize this to be the symbol of Sehanine. and this is the Moonweaver. And it is apparent all throughout the story. And I'd say with a 22, you kind of know roughly Sehanine. She is a goddess that is worshipped by a lot of elves, but she is very much about, being yourself and following your own path, but also using shadows and using the moon to kind of guide and hide people that would want to hurt you. It's pretty cool chick.
He'll look at Hikari and say, yes, this is definitely your style of book. There's an element of sneaky bugger to this that I think you would enjoy immensely. So Moonweaver and... What was her name? Zebedee? Sesame?
Sehanine.
You're breaking up. I can't tell what you're saying. Sesame? Sesame? Open sesame. Whatever. What she said. That's what it's called. They're the words that come out of my lips.
Sehanine.
Sehanine.
That one.
Sehanine the Moonweaver.
See how well I enunciated. Yeah, I did it again.
Beautiful.
So well enunciated.
And yeah, that kind of doesn't really mean much to any of you. Oleg kind of just has that understanding of the logo, of the symbol, not the logo. But I will say, Hikari, as you are kind of looking at the book and kind of turning it around backwards and forwards consistently, you do notice that there are very, almost imperceivable, but very kind of thin, this kind of very thin film layer that kind of traces around on each of the pages. And looking at it, you can't really make out what it is, but there is this kind of almost like if you brushed your hand over it, you'd very lightly feel kind of like lines etched onto the page, but it is imperceivable. You can't really see it. It kind of catches your attention a bit as weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And they lived happily ever after.
No one knows. They disappeared.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a nice story. It's okay, Kima.
It's
Okay.
they're probably fine. They're probably fine.
It's just so unfair.
Oh,
It is.
yeah.
It is.
Can I get
But
another drink,
that's-
please?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Kima, that's life. That is life.
I know. It's
Sorry,
just-
sorry.
Why do they do that? Why everybody has so many rules, and why couldn't they just be together and then thanks for reading it, Hikari.
Kima, do you want a hug? Are you okay? Okay.
Beautiful. Cool. Yeah, so you finish reading the story, and yeah, so it was a pretty nice story, and you get the sense why someone, looking at Gima's reaction, you can get the sense why someone like Faradok Dale would probably enjoy it so much as well. It is a very sweet kind of story, but also kind of got some good bits in the middle. Yeah, not super long. It's actually kind of a short book, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I don't know about you all, but I am exhausted. Wait, it's nighttime, right?
It's nighttime, yeah. By the time you've done all your
Oh,
crap,
okay.
it's nighttime now.
True.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd say it's probably like 8 p.m. getting on 9 p.m. in the evening.
Alright, yeah.
Tomorrow's the fair.
I'll go to...
Tomorrow is the
Oh yeah, we should go to bed and get a good night's
to
sleep so we can run around the
early
fair
start.
and just be super stupid the whole time.
A respectable subset of everybody will be there, is what I've learned,
Mhm.
and I would like
Everyone
to
will be
there.
see as many people as I can.
Oh.
Well, I thought everybody
I
was
don't
going to be there, but apparently everybody is a lot. So
Oh, you mean like everybody ever?
I get
The
it.
whole
I
world.
get it. I'm not dumb. Everybody's not going to be there, but
No, I
lots of
don't
people
think
will be
you're
there, and so lots of people, and I want to see lots. I want to. Anyway, let's. Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah, good night.
Good, you guys
Are
make
we
your
still
way
sleeping
to-
in the-
You do have
In the
hammocks.
cellar with the
Yeah.
hammocks?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get in our motherfucking hammocks, baby.
Cool. Point of order. Is Solace's hammock still up in the tree?
I'll sleep on the floor. It's okay. We went over this. I remember. I'm fine sleeping on the floor.
Great. As you guys are like walking to the hammocks, Hikari, make a perception check.
Oh, that's good. Natural 18 plus 4, 22.
Ooh.
Wow.
As you're kind of walking out and like pocketing the book, you kind of glance down and you notice that it's changed slightly. The logo, or I keep saying logo, the symbol on the front has kind of this unique sheen to it where it's less just silver filigree, there's almost like a glow coming from it. Yeah. And I'll say make...
Alright.
I mean, if you want, you can make an intelligence check if you want to try and figure out maybe why that's happened. If you're
I
curious.
think I have an inkling, but I'll go for it. It's also fairly decent. 15 plus just intelligence?
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
16 total.
Yeah. You kind of quickly, as you like put it towards your pocket, and then you kind of notice how, like, as you're moving around, it wanes and waxes and wanes. Moon reference. But as you kind of pull it out, you notice that at least when it's not in shadow, when it's kind of in direct light, and you pick up probably in direct moonlight, that it takes on a slightly different form. Yeah. And that's what you pick up. So you guys make your way to your hammocks, or to your floor, and I think we might take a break there as you guys move into your room, unless anyone wants to do anything before you go to sleep.
It would just be a small thing.
Yeah.
I guess. Unable to fall asleep, Hikari would go back outside, find a nice place, maybe under that central tree, in that direct
Nice.
moonlight, and Hikari will hum that same song to themselves as they flip through the book with the moonlight casting onto it.
Immediately as you open like the front page to the story, it is different. Those kind of film, that light film layer that you saw on top is now kind of glowing bright. And you see that over the images of where the story showed them kind of, like hugging and, just being together, it shows them now doing essentially what is like a kata. Like, I don't know if you guys know kata, which is like the movements in martial arts. And it is showing them doing specific movements that result in these, results in their success. So it shows them focusing, it shows them moving, it shows them following these sets of movement to essentially hide themselves and to succeed in their task. And in doing this, you kind of think, oh, I've seen stuff like this before. I've been taught stuff like this before. And as you kind of like emulate some of them and, focus some of them, you feel that same feeling that you felt when you told the story the first time, that kind of a new possibility, a new sense of ability kind of come over you as you spend I'd say you probably spend like an hour or two studying these katas. And you find something new in this.
And then I eventually come back in and have a restful, peaceful sleep.
You do. Maybe. Let's go to break. Cool. So we're going to take a quick break here, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us. It's probably going to only be about a 5-minute break. I will post in the chat when we are about to go back live, but hope to see you there in 5 minutes. And yeah, we'll be back soon. All right, see you in a bit. Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for sticking around. We're going to continue on with our part 2 of chapter 4. So let's just jump straight back into it. Alright. So you guys have begun your short rest. You've gone down into your hammock room. Solace, sadly, kind of sleeping on the floor, but seems to be okay
I like the
with
floor.
it. Yeah.
I'm used to the floor.
Gima, how does Gima sleep? Does Gima sleep in a hammock, or does Gima kind of like, ball up in her shell?
I think I am like in my shell, but in a hammock, like there's Ann Getty's babies, like.
No, but I think I know what you're going it for.
Well, like I'm like a ball in the middle of the hammock, so it's like hanging really low.
Yeah, nice. So, yeah, you're like this kind of nice pocket, nice bundle of comfort. Very nice.
Yeah, and I'm mostly all balled up, but I just have one leg that sticks out.
Yeah, that leg that kind of sticks out under the covers for coolness.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys are continuously... There are other people in this room with you. They're kind of separated on the other side of the wall. Eventually Hikari kind of joins, but they're already all asleep. Hikari, when you enter the room, you find your hammock and lay down for your sleep. Solace, you feel something kind of gently pushing on your shoulder, waking you up.
I open my eyes.
Nothing there immediately in front of you as you open your eyes, but you do, like, looking around, can kind of see in the doorway from where you enter into this room, there is kind of a glow coming from the outside of the doorway.
Fucking what? She's gonna get up, head towards it.
As you kind of round the corner of the doorway, there's nothing there. But you notice kind of further down the alleyway, around the corner, there's a slight kind of glow coming from the corner.
Someone's fucking with me. Oh well, she's gonna go after it.
Cool. It eventually starts leading you towards the gates of Tosoa and, like, out of the city.
Do I have my hammer? I pat myself down.
You have your hammer in your hand. Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm gonna keep going then.
Sure, you follow it. It leads you out of Tosoa and kind of veers off the path towards where the forest is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You follow.
Slower now, though.
You keep going kind of slower, yeah, following. It's kind of weird, because now that you're in a straight line and more of an open field, it's more you see the light, and as you move forward to focus on it, it moves to a different spot further along, and it is kind of like this guiding light. Eventually it leads up to this small kind of opening in the forest, just where there's a bit of clearing between the leaves, and as you carefully rush up to the space where it was, it disappears completely.
I'm gonna do like a 360.
As you spin around, directly behind you is this is this spectral kind of visage of your grandmother, and she's standing there in these flowing kind of robes, and similar to the robes she wore while when you knew her, and you see that, like, her tattoos on her arms and the scars on her arms are kind of glowing lightly as she's standing there, and she's kind of standing there, war hammer in her hand as well, and she's smiling at you, and you hear her say, "My dear Solace, you have grown so much, and continue to grow. I know your pain, and I feel your confusion. I can no longer guide you as I once did, but to continue on your path and to succeed, you will need strength and courage, but also help. Your journey does not have to be a solitary one, and though I cannot be there to guide you, I can still help, as our ancestors of old once helped me. Will you accept the help of your tribe?" And she kind of holds her warhammer out towards you.
Shit.
Language.
I mean,
Will you accept the help of your tribe?
yeah, Grammy, but fuck, why'd you run me around town? She'll reach out and
as you
hold the
reach
hammer.
out and grab the warhammer, you see the tattoos on her arm, and also kind of like she has these tattoos up her neck and on her head. They glow really bright, almost like this bright, blinding light, and she condenses kind of down into this glowing orb that you think you've seen before, and it shoots into you. And you jump awake, and you are on the floor of the tavern basement. And you kind of instinctively reach out for your warhammer that's off to the side of you. And as you reach out and you look, you see that the tattoos kind of on your arm are glowing slightly. And as you take a bit of a breath, they begin to fade and goes back to kind of normal.
Okay. I am going to get up, go outside, and sort of run the perimeter of the clearing, the little town square for like an hour, and just go back in and go back to sleep afterwards.
Just gonna work it off. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. You have a midnight run. Very nice. Cool. Yeah. And you do kind of fall back asleep. Yeah. Schema. You're sleeping. It's really nice. Like, you're having quite a lovely sleep. You're warm in your little bundle of a shell. You're like all kind of shelled up and like surrounded, and you are as comfortable as you always are. You're having many dreams, as you kind of often do. You've got these wonderful kind of like imagination that lends itself to wonderful dreams. And you find yourself dreaming a lot of Maggie and, you know, riding Maggie and playing with Maggie. A lot of Maggie dreams, as it is at the moment. She's kind of clear on your mind. And then after a little while, the dream kind of transitions to one that you have had, like, many times before. And it's a comforting dream. It's a dream that you know. You're back home, and there is a large fire kind of roaring. And you and your friends, they're all kind of laughing and cheering. It's a night of merriment and mirth. It's a really kind of fun evening that you remember. This is a real kind of memory that you had. Everyone's kind of laughing. There's a few gasps as like someone is doing a handstand and kind of almost clumsily falls into the fire. And but then, you know, they right themselves and everyone kind of laughs and cheers again. And you just remember the kind of contentment that you felt on this night. And you do think about this night a lot. You remember that this is the first night that you kind of felt the presence of something new. This was kind of a welcoming vibe that not so much invaded your home, but came into your home, and everyone, your friends and yourself, everyone kind of welcomed this presence into their home, this kind of warm, a kind, caring presence. And you felt safe, and you do feel safe in this dream. You remember this is the first night that this presence kind of shared its gift. Is kind of what you all decided. Like, suddenly you had these powers that you'd never known before. You had these abilities that you'd never known before. But you feel trusted, you feel at home, you feel safe. And you have this kind of slight lucid moment where, you know, where you're dreaming, you're like, oh, I know what's going to happen next. Like, I'm ready for this. This is going to be fun. And it's one of your friends, one of your people from your home, it's Shum. He's about to sing a song about a sunken sea witch, and you're getting ready. You're like, oh, I love this song. And then the fire kind of goes a bit dim, and the image and your friends kind of mute and fade slowly. It gets this kind of grayscale appearance to it. And you're concerned for a little bit. You think that this is not how it happened. I know this is not how it happened. They definitely didn't go all blurry and fade and mute. And a brief moment of panic takes you until you feel that same kind of presence wash over you. Same presence that you felt before. And you feel this warmth that you haven't felt in a while. It's the warmth of warm sunlight kind of on your skin and shell. When you smell like a sweetness to the air. And like fresh summer flowers on a warm day. And it kind of washes over you and gives you this calm. And you think, oh, I know this. And then you hear a voice. And it's kind of sourceless. And new. It's not a voice you've heard before. And it says,
Gima, you have grown. You have shown courage. You have shown promise. The others I shared my gift with turned from its power, but you embraced it, made it your own, used it for good. I choose you, Gima, to champion my power, to grow and learn. I see your delight in caring for others, all living things. I too delight in living things. My gift is just that, a gift, one I gave freely. But to grow and learn and realize my power is your own, you must earn it. You must trust in those you can. You must trust in your own senses. Seek out good. Help where it's needed. Spread joy so that all may enjoy the delights of this world. Do you agree to do this? Do you agree to do this with me?
Why did you let the others leave?
it's kind of like there's a bit of a random pause. And the voice continues.
I did not let them leave. They chose to leave. Only you have continued the path.
Will you help me find them?
I will help you find the power to find them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
I have appreciated what you did for us. I want to do those things. I want your help.
And I need your help. You agree?
Yes.
Cool. You feel this kind of warmth spread over like your chest and down your head. And it's not a bad feeling. It is like the warmth of like the sun kind of cradling you a bit, especially over your shell. And the voice, and you don't really feel any different per se, but you hear the voice and it says,
I cannot always be with you, but I can show you how to find help when you need it.
And the voice, like over the course of a little while, begins to show you how to perform a ritual. Do you kind of let it show you how to do the ritual? Yep. It begins this ritual spell, and you follow along, and it kind of doesn't necessarily speak, but kind of mentally you get images of herbs and things to use, and signals and signs to display to create this ritual spell. And the spell completes, and nothing happens. But the voice continues and says,
I'm grateful to have found you. I cannot do this alone. We cannot do this alone.
I was alone for a little while, but not really because you were there. I found some people to be with. They seem chaotic, which is like home.
Trust your senses. Trust in yourself.
And you kind of feel the lucidity of the dream kind of fading and the warmth kind of fading as you slowly kind of come back to consciousness, and you are sitting kind of square, like cross-legged in the floor, away from Solace, who's kind of, I'd say, up against the wall, sitting cross-legged, and you look down and you see that you've actually performed or drawn some ritual spell signs in the dirt in front of you. And kind of in the center of this ritual sign, you see this kind of lump of browny grey kind of fur just kind of bundled up there, and it begins to unravel and reveals this kind of small little tree glider, not unlike ones that you have seen from your home growing up. This little, it looks almost like a cute little rat, but as it kind of stretches and spreads its arms apart, it has like the membranes between its arms, this little glider, and it kind of sits just expectantly looking at you, like twitching its nose.
Hello. I put my hand out.
It walks straight up to you and climbs into your hand. And it kind of does that like rodent thing where it just kind of like rolls around in your hand a bit, just kind of scratching its ears.
I just like experimentally cast speak. Wait.
Okay.
No, I think I know enough that it's probably not going to work.
You
So I
make a wisdom check in general.
The 15 plus something.
Yeah. You're looking at it. You feel this sense of connection with it that you've not experienced with another creature before. You feel this kind of link between you. And although it doesn't speak, it doesn't use words, you kind of sense its needs and its wants and its personality, I guess. And you have this strong connection to this creature in your hand.
I'm going to say, I'm Gima. It's very nice to have a friend. Is it okay if I call you Azukar?
Yeah, and it you get this kind of mental confirmation that is good, that is acceptable.
I don't. Okay.
It kind of like climbs up to where your shell is and kind of starts digging into like the moss and builds kind of a bit of a nest in the moss on your shell, and kind of settles in. You also look out, and it's kind of early morning now at this stage. But yeah.
I go over to Solace,
Yeah.
and I get like as close as I can, and I go, "It's the day of the fair. It's the day of the fair."
Yeah. Like for the second time tonight, Solace, you are suddenly awoken.
Grandma! Huh? Fair?
It's the day of the fair.
Fair! Oh, fuck yeah! Let's go!
What? Oh my god, it's...
Day
What
of the
time is
fair.
it?
Day of the fair.
Fair!
Day.
Oh,
Yo,
no, it's
such
such-
a late
so
wait.
much energy in the
Garden
morning.
Forest River Pub Fair. Fair. Also, on a side note, I have a friend. Let's go.
Whoa. What?
Yeah.
Friend?
I gotta get breakfast.
So he was like, I have a
Before
friend
I-
that holds out a rodent, what appears to be a rodent, and then just runs out of the room.
I'd go run after her.
Oleg, I think Gima stole something.
What? Sorry, I
like,
was
still,
asleep.
like, getting up.
What was happening?
Gima stole something. We gotta go get her.
I'm
Kima,
feeling
I
a
wanna
bit
meet my new
stiff today.
friend.
There's something wrong with my skin. It feels a bit. I don't know. I just need. Maybe I'd.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'd be okay.
You kind of
It just feels a bit.
you
croaky today.
You look at Oleg as like Solus runs out of the room and you're trying to get Oleg up like, let's go, Gima stole something. His skin kind of looks a bit weird. Yeah.
Oleg,
Yeah,
are
I feel a bit weird today. I think I'm just going to stay in bed. You guys go to the fair. Go have fun.
do you need
I'm
anything?
gonna Stay. No. Water. I feel a need for water and sunlight for some reason, but that's quite natural.
Okay,
Yes, a
I'll-
good pot of compost, maybe.
Compost. sunlight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I-
Amazing.
All right.
He goes
I will
like,
try to get
cool.
that for you.
Thanks.
Cool.
I
Hikari leaves. I'll say, like, after a bit of waking up, you do eventually feel probably a little bit more like yourself. But still a bit strange, still a bit stiff. But it's up to you
Okay.
if you want to do
I'll follow along eventually. I'll catch up with them at some point.
it. So as you immediately chase after Gima, she is at the bar, kind of like, food!
Who's your friend? You ran away. I want to meet your friend. There's a friend?
I just like move my hand. This is Azuka.
It is adorable. It is, like,
Oh.
the cutest little creature you
My.
have ever did see.
Wait, is it like a sugar glider?
It's a sugar glider, yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Google
trying
sugar
to bring up
glider.
a picture that I can put up on stream. Give me 1 second. I am doing this.
Yes.
A Zukar? What's his name?
I literally want one of these.
Oh, but
Yeah.
terrible pets. from
Don't
everything
get
I've heard.
one. I'm sure they're not legal.
Yeah, you're probably. I think they're actually legal, but I also think they're one of those slightly wild animals that you shouldn't keep as pets. But they're so cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cute. I
There you go.
Wait.
do you remember? I think Azuka is like Mag. Yeah.
Very cute.
Oh
Very cute
my.
indeed.
Azukar? Is that how you pronounce their name?
Yes.
Azukar? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I please pet?
Azuka, would you mind if is petting a thing that you enjoy?
You kind of suggest. I went to the wrong screen there. It's fine. As you suggest petting, Azuka kind of like wanders over to Solus. Big fluffy tail trailing behind.
I always
Um,
wanted a pet, but my
And
parents
it's
wouldn't
weird,
let me
Gima,
get
as
one.
Azuka's getting pet and you're kind of focusing on Azuka, you get this sense of like utter contentment, and this is nice. Like, kind of like, I mean, you always kind of have a general feeling of utter contentment and this is nice, but you're getting it really strongly from looking at Azuka as Solus is petting.
Yes, we'd like pets. I think I like, I don't know. She came last night and I think is here to like help me and be my friend. And I think is a bit like Maggie.
Where'd you get her from?
That's a good question. I don't know, but I think I did like a ritual. I think I don't know. I was kind of half asleep. Did you have dreams? I had crazy dreams.
I had a couple weird ones. Maybe I shouldn't sleep on the floor.
That's
Sorry.
That's what does it.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure that's why it happened. It's not a big deal.
I think I,
Breakfast!
Quite adorable.
You guys order some breakfast. Kind of quieter. You guys know the deal. You've had breakfast here before. You get your meat, you get your eggs, you get your bread, you get your coffee and tea and ale if you like. And I am fairly certain Isla said it was all included in the price you already paid, so you're all good. And as you're finishing your meal, it starts to get like a lot busier as people come down from the rooms. people start filing into the inn, getting their breakfast. You guys got in nice and early. It seemed to be the best time to, get your food. But yeah, it starts to kind of pick up a little bit the energy of the space. Wrong. Nope. I'm trying to get my music going. It's not working. I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah. But yeah, you guys have the day to yourselves. Really?
Let's go to the fair today. Let's go to the fair.
You guys step out of the Dancing Duck. Not the Dancing Duck, it's the Drunken Duck Tavern. And you guys got me. And you step out into what is essentially the center of Tosoa. The Drunken Duck is right there on the edge of the main square of Tosoa. And it is alive. It is bustling. You saw it a bit over the past few days, people setting up stalls and people setting up kind of like areas to display, but it is now a plethora of color and sound and music and smells. You smell like different foods cooking, you hear different music being played, and there are, even though it's early, there are a lot of people out kind of just walking around and enjoying the scene. And yeah, you guys are in Tosoa and the Artisan Fair is happening.
Wow. This definitely looks like it is everyone ever.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people.
I have a question.
Yes.
There are people here who have set up shop, or people here who have come from out of town, correct?
True.
Okay. Cool.
So there's like people that like look like locals, and then there are traveling merchants. There are people that like are from out of town. You do know what you've kind of learnt from the Artisan Fair is that it is a traveling kind of fair. It happens every year, but it happens in a different city on the Menagerie Coast each year. So Tosoa being kind of a smaller town, a smaller city, it's still one of the major freeholds of the Menagerie Coast. It is one of the smaller ones, so there's probably less people than say if this was being held in like Port Damali or Nicodranus. But it is still bustling. You get the sense that a lot of people might have come in overnight as well, because there's more people here than you've seen in this town yet. Is that a hand up?
All right.
No? Alright.
Wow.
Yeah. It's looking pretty good. And yeah, let me know if there's anything you'd like to
Okay.
do.
How do you guys want to handle the fair? Because we gotta have a game plan. Are we gonna stick together? Are we gonna split up and just kind of go? Should we have a place to meet after? Should we have a time to meet? I think that's it. Do we have money? Do I have money? Oh fuck.
Yeah, didn't we just get paid? Did we distribute that money?
Did we?
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't think we did.
I have heaps of money for some reason.
Oh shit.
I have 79 gold. Is that right? I haven't
Not
used any
sure.
of it.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, me too. I think that seems like
I've
a
only
lot.
got Check's bag. I have 39 gold.
I have maybe I did not distribute money because I have 90 gold.
You got paid for doing the lumber guild job.
Yeah.
Which was
Yes.
I can't remember how
Yeah,
much
that was
was
30 or 35 gold.
What am I doing?
Oh, and I talked extra money out of that, out of the other person as well.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
right.
not sure if you got 79 gold worth of money out of it, but you know what? I don't mind. It's okay. We'll figure it out. So
How much money did we get? I think we must have already split it up.
Maybe. Yeah, I think maybe looking at your current gold pouches. Yeah, you got 150.
Oh, I just didn't add.
Yeah, you got 150 from Faradok. I'm looking at it, I think probably Hikari and Oleg, you didn't add it, but maybe Gamer and Solus did.
Gotcha. And 150 into 4 is what, like 37
I mean,
gold and something.
Yeah, it'd be like
Math.
37. It'd be about 37. Yeah.
37.5.
Cool. More gold than I thought.
37 gold,
Alright.
5 silver.
That's the thing D&D and Beyond should have, like an accounting bit where, like, you know,
Just-
when you
or just
add your gold,
calculator.
it like keeps a history of like.
Ah. And you can put
There you
like,
go.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that'd be cool actually.
Transaction history.
Yeah, transaction history.
Email them.
Get on it.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
I think we should stick together and just, you know, get a feel for what this fair has to offer, and then maybe we can, if different things pique different interests, then we can split up and maybe meet at the tree, the big tree.
You look, the big tree
Anyone
is-
gets lost, we meet at the tree.
Meet at the tree. The tree kind of has like this large stage now built in the front of it, like at the front of where it is, but there are definitely like seating and places to kind of meet, and you guys point out a spot where it would be appropriate to meet. Yeah, and so do you guys all split up or do you stick together? Doesn't really matter, you can do what you like.
Stick together for now?
Yeah,
Question mark?
yeah, stick together.
Yeah, so you guys make your way around, and it does spread the entire kind of cross section of the. I'm just gonna change the music. I need better music. It changes the entire cross section of the city. There are stores everywhere, and you see there's a wide variety of different stores. There are like get my list. You see there are like basic kind of trade crafters that you would expect to find. So there are like potters, and there are wood carvers, there are leather workers, there are a few like armorers that aren't so much like, they don't have a smith in front of them, but they are showing off like pieces that they have made. There's you see Adam is actually there, and he's got like a variety of vegetables laid out, and he's got kind of like one of those big pumpkins, and you see Mo the cat is kind of resting in the big pumpkin. There are like people selling like fishing equipment and also like lumbering equipment, you know, appeasing themselves to the local workforce, I guess you could say. There are people selling musical instruments. There is a whole range of things, like glassworks. You see people selling food, like there's some fudge makers, some artisan chocolate makers, a lot of wine stalls, and a few like spirit and ales, but you get the sense there is a lot of wine kind of produced or like sold in this region. Moving around, you see there are like art displays, so less trade, more kind of art showing. There are painting, sculptures, what's this one? Haberdashery. Like people are producing like cloth and embroidery arts. And yeah. Anything in particular you guys want to?
Are there any like wood carving
There is,
art,
yeah.
wood sculptures?
You see kind of like
That's like what I was going for.
You see like kind of towards the Marquis' home, heading towards the west of the city, there is like this one large section kind of carved out, and there is a wood carver. Thank you. There's a wood carver there, and they've got like this one massive log, probably about like 6 foot tall. It looks like about like the size of Hikari almost, and they have carved like this almost like totem design into it, but a lot of it is kind of smaller carved items. There's like a lovely clock, there's animals, there's all sorts of things. Kind of what you'd expect to see at like a farmer's market kind of fair. Like, you know, there's bowls and there's a wine stopper. I don't know. But yeah, you see there's a person kind of sitting there, and they are selling also like whittling knives, things like that. But it's more kind of a showcase of their art. Yeah. You see like it's this old man kind of just like whittling away.
I'll step up.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Is this all your art, all of your creation?
Most of it is. We do have a small carving society here in Teshoa. So most of it is mine. I don't. This accent is changing with every word. Most of it is mine. But it is a showing of the skills of the people of Teshoa.
I love it. No, I love it. Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
You can't bail now.
Don't bail.
You can't bail now.
Yeah,
It's epic.
Wow.
It's a mighty fine collection.
No,
you have-
it's beautiful.
Do you have any sort of like little ones, like little animals or anything like that, like small?
Yeah, sure. Please feel free to peruse my wares. And you see there's like a table lined out, and there are like a variety of animals. Is there anything in particularly you're looking for?
I think Solace would be looking for a wolf.
A wolf? Oh yeah, there's plenty of wolves. And he holds up a handful of. Oh, I could have grabbed some minis out, but he has like a handful of like kind of wolf. You know, screw it. I'm doing it.
Do it.
Of wolves.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Where's my beast boy at?
Oh dang!
Oh wow.
That was. I literally need to do that to see. He holds up kind of like this carved wolf statue made of wood, not made of resin, but made of wood.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that's a real nice one. I can sell it to you if you're interested.
How much do they cost?
That one is 2 gold pieces.
2 gold pieces. Okay. Do you have
It's small, but
any...
the labor was intensive.
Say again?
Can you not understand my accent? It's small, but the labor was intensive.
Of course, I can tell from the detail.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have... I love this one a ton, but if you have one that looks a little less angry?
Oh, let me check. I have one with a fun man kind of riding it, but it's a lot more angry.
I think...
I guess I got some smaller ones, but in general, wolves are kind of angry. So
Yeah,
that
checks out. All right, I'll take the little teeny one then.
Okay, little teeny one. That's gonna be 7 silver.
7 silver.
7
Here you
silver.
go.
Thank you.
How the hell do I subtract 7 silver from gold? Alright, it's right here. That's fun. Yeah, 7 silver. Here you go.
Thank you. Yep, and he hands you over the itty bitty, the kind of much smaller in size comparison wolf.
Oh wow.
There is a difference in size here.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's perfect.
Cool. Hikari, anything for you?
Do you by I love all of your work, but do you by chance sell unused small blocks of wood for people to, if they have the hobby of wood carving, to, purchase some just
we got a ton of
clean.
starter kits for normally for the kids in town if they want to pick it up, but it's not a kids thing. It's more like
No, definitely not. I have
not
the tools of my own.
Oh.
I've been working on this piece. I just pull out, my block of wood that I've carved into a little bit. But do you have any clean slated, blocks of wood that I could perhaps purchase?
He kind of leans back in his apparently now rocking chair, and from under the table pulls out probably a handful of smaller, and then moving on to kind of larger softwood chunks. And he's like, yeah, I can give you a couple of these. They're not too expensive. This is a lumber town. These are mainly scraps.
Yeah, I'll take. Oh, well, how much for maybe a medium-sized one,
Medium-sized piece. So medium-sized piece
6
is
inches
probably
across.
Probably about that big. Probably about the size of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
2 copper each.
I'll take 6.
6. All right.
So 12 copper.
Yeah. So one
1 silver, 2 copper. Okay.
Easy. And you're like, yeah, sure. Take it.
just gotta subtract that real quick.
Alright.
I appreciate it. And
Yeah.
do you I see you have a lot of animals and such. Do you by any chance, and it's okay if you don't, have maybe something carved that looks kind of like this? And I pull up the book and show him the symbol of the moon.
I'm going
Or
to
the
see
crescent.
if he does. I mean, I could do a moon carving if you like. It's not super hard. It's just a circle. But nothing exactly like that. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I might be able to
Oh wow.
do it myself.
I'd love to see.
But I was just curious if you had it and I would support a local business.
Oh, always. I mean, that's the spirit of this fair.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. But what I love wood carving and the things that can be done with it. It's you take something that's blank, you can make it whatever you want.
Whatever
you make it your own.
Make it, yeah.
You are the master of this once ordinary block of wood.
You take something plain and you make art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's recyclable and it is environmentally friendly.
That's very true. It's all about the cycle. Where's Oleg? He taught me about the cycle the other day.
The cycle of living. I agree.
I'm not sure I'm there, am I?
You can be if you want to be.
Oh, I think I see Oleg. I think I see him through the crowd. He's coming up.
Yeah.
If you're kind of looking around, you'll see that Solace is standing a little bit off to the side, holding the wolf figurine and kind of like going "Rrr," with the wolf tattoo on her shoulder.
Adorable.
Amazing.
So cute.
Excellent.
Just for flavor.
But thank you for your time. What's your name? I don't think I caught your name.
My name is Silas.
Silas.
Yep.
You make wonderful art. Thank you for sharing it with
Thank
us.
you. You're welcome. Bye now.
Yep. Have a good fair.
Thank you for the wolf.
You're welcome. Thank you for the money. Gema and Oleg, anything you would like to do?
I need now components to do Find Familiar, if that's right.
Yes.
So I don't need to.
Excuse me.
I don't know. It's up to you, but I'm comfortable if I can just find. I don't know whether like charcoal, incense, and herbs would be easy, but then like if there's somebody selling
If you were
a brass brazier.
if you were to try to like
D&D is wild.
If you're trying to find these ingredients, the artisan fair would be the best place to find them. So I would say through searching, you easily find a brass brazier that's kind of small enough that you think isn't going to be too cumbersome to carry around with you. It is kind of just like this little small, kind of like clawed kind of fire pit. And you manage to find, essentially, you find one that's kind of like the top of a torch that's been snapped off. It's kind of more decorative, but you get in your head like, oh yeah, this will work. This is like fine. Charcoal is easy enough to find. Like you could get charcoal from the fireplace in the tavern if you like. In terms of incense and herbs, looking around trying to find that, you find some people selling incense, and you buy, well, is it 10 gold worth of... So pretty much it's 10 gold for every use of the spell you want to use.
Yeah.
So, kind of,
so I think the brazier would be like a separate amount.
The brazier, I would say you can buy for like a brass brazier. Let's see, decorative, 2 gold.
Okay, so can I try and get like? I'll just get enough for like one. I'll just do 12 gold, enough for like
Cool.
one
Yeah, so you
casting
around,
for now.
You actually managed to find that Adam, the gardener you met the other day, is selling like herbs off to the side of his vegetables, and he has some herbs that you think would be useful for the spell, or for herbs that you kind of remember being like used. And there's also like some lemongrass still sitting there as well.
Adam.
Yes.
Thank you for these. These will be perfect. For what I need. Your produce is amazing. Question. I haven't been to a fair before.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like like a party at night? Is there like a stage and like where people can like perform?
Absolutely, there is. There is the dancing competition that takes place tonight, and then tomorrow, because it is a 2-day fair. There are games of chance and skill that we kind of put on for show. It's more and more Tusoan tradition for the games, but these are things that are available if people are interested in, and it's always fun. The dancing competition then kind of flows into just a night of dancing and singing. It's wonderful. The winemakers don't come out at that point.
Traditionally, not super like turtles can be a bit. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe there are turtles that can dance well. I can't. Well, we're a bit too left feet. We do some swaying. But I have a song I'd like to share. Do you think do I put my name down somewhere?
You'd probably have to go speak to the trade board of Tusoa. They're the ones organizing the artisan fair.
It sounds so official.
It is unofficial.
And scary. And okay. Thank you. Thanks for your produce.
Oh,
and here's an extra silver for the carrots I ate the other day.
Oh, that is definitely overpaying for the carrots, but I thank you nonetheless. The silver.
As I walk away, the only other thing I want to do, except for to potentially put my name down on some sort of blackboard, is be looking for anyone I recognize. And can I ask Azuka to, like, I don't know, go for a explore and see if there's anyone that we recognize?
Sure. You kind of give Azuka the kind of message to, like, just keep an eye out, sort of thing. And she happily jumps off your shoulder, glides to the ground, and like starts scurrying off. You see Adam's cat Mo pokes its head up a bit, but then kind of lazily lies back down, and then kind of goes back to sleep. But yeah, you wander around for a while looking. Make perception. I'll say make just one perception check to see if you see anyone that looks familiar.
Please, dice.
Nice.
I did roll a natural 20, I swear.
Nice. That's awesome. You do look around, and you are like eyeballing everyone you see, and you're like I am perceptive as hell right now. Everyone is here. I'm going to find the people I'm looking for, and it takes you a while, but you don't see anyone familiar. Unfortunately, you don't kind of see anyone that looks familiar. And then you kind of get like a bit of a ping from I can't remember the name. We will call her. I'm sorry. Azuka. You get a bit of a ping from Azuka. This kind of positive ping, and you feel yourself just kind of instinctively reaching out to Azuka, and you find yourself seeing through Azuka's eyes. For the first time, and you get the sense she's not too far away, but as you look through Azuka's eyes, you see this large mastiff kind of staring down, like panting and smiling not smiling, it's a dog, but like panting and looking down at Azuka, kind of sniffing happily at her, and you've got a ping from Azuka that someone you know is here.
Can I like talk in my head to Azuka? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I just go.
Commands, yeah.
Oh, I just go. Good work. Not exactly what I meant, but thank you. You can come back. Be careful of the cats.
Yeah. You kind of also, like, as you're kind of testing out these new abilities, as you kind of put into want having Azuka back, the vision kind of fades and Azuka suddenly appears on your shoulder, and you kind of get the sense that you have that ability to kind of make her appear and disappear at will.
That's really cool, Zuka. You are very cool. Let's go put our names down potentially for a song.
Cool. You wander over to the center of the tree and you see where the stage is. There are some official-looking people. They're kind of wearing matching robes or doublets, I guess you'd say. And they are kind of just surveying, making sure everything's kind of going on all right. You see there's 2 human women and a halfling male kind of just, overseeing the site.
Hi. Is there a blackboard of some description for acts, musical acts?
In terms of musical acts, we do have some set shows being provided tonight. But then, in the spirit of art, the stage is free for anyone who wishes to share their talents. There is the dancing competition later this evening before the sets begin, if that is something you're interested in. But if it is something of free-forming nature of emotion that has yet to be sanctioned, it must happen after the designated sets.
Okay, thank you, bye.
To answer your question, yes, that's fine. You wander off. Cool. Oleg, anything you would like to do in this time?
Yeah, it's very brief. It's just a bit of shopping. I'd like to look for a bow. I'm looking for a longbow.
And there are like a few people selling like armor and like arms and that sort of thing. So a lot of it kind of looks ceremonial and maybe not necessarily, but that you come across this one store that is, you get the sense like maybe a local smithy or a local weapons maker, and they've got like swords and spears and maces and like kind of this nice array. And there are some longbows there. And you kind of see a little bit off to the side of this, still attached, you think still probably with it, but there's this kind of little scroungy display of weapons that look maybe like apprentice level weapons. And you see this young kind of human boy, I'd say he's probably like 19 or 20, shouldn't say boy, he's man, but he's like very young, kind of just there saying like what's he doing? Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. Just kind of wrapping some weapon hilts, but you don't really see anyone at the moment in the main section of that store.
Okay, I'll approach the side table and say, I need a long bit of bendy wood and a bit of string, please. It's otherwise known as a long bow, because you bend it into a bow shape and it's a long bow, so you can go patoon, patoon.
I am aware of what a longbow is, yes.
Good, excellent. Can we have one of them, please? Do you have any longbows?
I do. If you want a longbow, and he kind of like looks at you a bit, and he's gonna make just kind of like a general check. He kind of looks at you and he's like, that's some pretty kind of interesting armor you got there.
Yes. It's old, recycled, reused.
Homemade.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a bit of an inventor myself. And you kind of look like you might appreciate it. And he kind of like rummages around a bit and he pulls out, as you ask for, this kind of long bendy bit of wood. And he's like, this is an invention of my own inventing. It's something I made. And you see he kind of like bends it and he strings it and he's like, it's a longbow, but also, and he steps in and he unstrings it and he kind of like, you notice it's got this kind of crank on the side and he like reels the crank and he's like, and it's a fishing rod. I call it long lure.
Oh. A what? You call it a what?
Long lure.
Long lure?
Long lure.
Yeah, you need to write it down. I don't know what you're saying. Long lure.
Long lure, like a lure for fishing.
Lure. Lure, yes, L-U-R-E.
I apologise. Lure.
No, it's quite all right. No problem. As long as we're enunciating clearly in the Queen's English, I know what
lure.
we're talking about. Long lure.
Lure.
Very good. It's a marvellous invention. And does it catch fish?
That really depends on the person using it.
Good sales tactic. Marvellous. Yes. Does it shoot arrows?
Once again, on the skill of the thrower, but it does do the job. It's effective at certain ranges.
Can I try it?
And he kind of like, it's like, I don't see any. He kind of like, he's like, give me a sec, and he kind of runs and he grabs like a sandbag and he runs probably like 20 feet away and like sets it up and he's kind of trying to shoo people away. He's like, sure, I mean, if you like. Sets up against the wall. And he shows you how to string it to make it into the longbow form. Yeah, ding. And it acts as a regular longbow, which for you would be a +5 to hit if you want to have a go at shooting it.
Nine plus 5 is 14.
14, yeah, 20 feet away. Actually, longbows, they're effective at 20 feet. Yeah, it hits. It like dead kind of center, like pling, with a really nice kind of sound.
Marvelous. How much would this be charging me?
This, as I said, this is almost went to Faradoc there. This is an invention of my own design. It is one of a kind. But if you're willing to test run it for me, I could probably give it to you for 10 gold? That seems right. I don't know how much him over there selling his longbows for, but 10 gold.
Well, Oleg looks at the 68 coins I think he's got in his hand. He's like, yes, I don't really understand this stuff either. Apparently the gold stuff is worth more than the silver stuff, and the silver stuff's worth more than the copper stuff. So you want 10 of these gold ones. Okay. Well, here's 10 and have these 2 as well, and have a copper bit as well, and have a silver one. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I should really put that away. But yes, I will gladly take your bow. Thank you very much. Bow rod, bow lure.
Long lure.
Long lure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He provides it to you. No muss, no fuss.
Can I have some arrows?
Sure. I'll say just like to get a quiver of like, I don't know how many arrows would be in a quiver. I'd say like 20 arrows is 2 gold.
Cool. So
I'm not good with money.
Cool. It's a fair. Everything's priced higher at a fair.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand money at all. He's not experienced it. Cool.
The
next thing I would like to get is it possible to get, I got the armor studs. Is it possible to get the armor upgraded in a day or two? Obviously, we don't want to be...
Yeah, you go, you see that there are, like, leather workers, if you want to go maybe find a leather worker. Yep. And you go and you find this leather worker. She's, like, a young half-elven woman, probably, like, mid-30s, kind of just there strapping what appears to be like a saddle for a horse. She's like, yes, can I help you?
Yes. Sorry, I was taken by your beauty for a second. I'm looking for some enhancements to my armor. I have some wooden studs here that I'd like to enhance my armor and make it a little bit harder for those nasty fellas in the forest to get through to me.
Oh.
Can you help me out?
I mean...
This is my armor, these are my studs.
That's very interesting. That it would be a very unique set of armor. We sell studded armor if you'd just like to buy it outright.
Yes, I know, but it's not quite the same. It's metal. It's not really my
You're looking for
forte.
that more natural touch.
Yes, organic. It's got to be organic, otherwise I just don't touch it. I can't do it, darling.
It's not something I've done before, but I'm sure it would be no problem. She kind of thinks for a bit, and she says, yeah, no, I think, unless it's something you would like to do yourself, I could sell you a leather worker's kit and you can have at it, but I'm happy to do this for you. It'd probably take me Ooh, at least by tomorrow. I think by tomorrow I could probably get it to you. If it's just
That
taking,
should be fine.
The idea I'm getting is it's taking the armor you're currently wearing and adding it to make it studded. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, well,
And I'll
if you're
start to take it off.
providing the leather and you're providing the materials, I could do this with labor. 25 gold.
Deal. That's 25 of these gold ones. Here you go. And here's another 2. Here.
Oh, thank you. How kind.
You're very welcome. He shall take it off, revealing his very smelly, very grubby, dirty
You had a bath
underrobe
yesterday.
type thing. He has had a bath, yeah, but I don't know if he's cleaned his clothes.
Yeah.
But he's been wearing this thing for a very long time.
It does the kind of.
And this is the last thing on his shopping list, is that he would like to get some new common clothes. Nothing fancy, just...
She was maybe
Whatever.
like a little bit interested in you're kind of like showing off a bit. You complimented at the start, and then you reveal these filthy clothes. She's like, oh, "Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow then." And, kind of turns
Yes,
away.
no problem. Oleg doesn't understand, but yeah, he's happy to exchange and
Cool.
go on his merry way. There is one thing that I'd have liked to have been doing all of this time, though. And if I'm not been able to do it during this time, I'd like to do it now.
Okay.
I'm looking for somebody in charge of the market. Is there like a market leader, market chief, a group of guards even, or even the local Tesoa guards that may be monitoring the situation, making sure there's no hanky-panky going on?
There are guards. There are a lot of Zelezo about. You get the sense that obviously it's not a regular market. This sort of thing doesn't kind of generally happen. There is a market area of Tesoa. In terms of the fair, in terms of what's happening, that would be the Tesoa Trade Board. And you looking around and maybe even asking around, you pick out these 2 human women and this male halfling kind of wearing matching doublets that are standing around the stage, and you get the sense that they are the authority of this fair.
And they will travel with the fair as it goes around the place?
You don't really know.
Or they're just
you
the
don't really
Tesoa people?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm trying to find out is, and I don't know if I approach these people of the Tesoa Fair Board or the guards or somebody at the fair, is which town were they at before they came here, and which town are they going to next?
Okay. Yep. Easy. You can go. You can ask pretty much anyone that, but you go up and ask the Tesoa Trade when they say, "Oh well, previous we were in Port Zune last year's wonderful, and then next year it's kind of a homecoming of sorts for the fair. It is returning to Port Damali where it first started. But yes,
That's fine. Does it occur at the same time every year?
yes, the 15th
Okay.
of Brusenda.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you very much. I shall go to the tree or the pub or wherever we arrange to meet the rest of the team.
You arrange to meet at the tree, and anyone else want to do any quick shopping? Yes. Dollars.
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
muted. Whatchamacallit, I would like to sort of look around and see if I could find someone who looks like they're not from Tesoa, like someone who
Okay.
traveled here with the market.
Sure. Make a I'll say investigation check because you were actively looking for
Okay.
something out of the ordinary.
Okay. Thank you, dice. That is investigation 17.
Okay, it's kind of tricky because a lot of clothing from the Menagerie Coast is super eclectic anyway, so it's not necessarily like people just so all wear one type of clothing.
Right.
But you kind of pick out the people that are clearly they're selling goods and presenting goods, and some what appear to be maybe high nobles perusing essentially, or walking around, and you get the sense they might be out of towners.
Okay.
You see a
then-
male and a female human couple, kind of holding hands and walking and looking, and basket in hand with items.
Oh, I don't want to bother a couple. Is there anyone else?
Then there's a man behind them.
I go to the guy behind him. I was so awkward.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, yeah, he's just, you know, kind of hands behind the back, just like, like looking.
Alright. Okay, so I'll just kind of go like, okay.
Yep.
Okay, and she's gonna like walk up to him, be like, hi!
Nice. Hello, can I help you?
Yeah, sorry to bother. I was just sort of curious, like, this is my first time being at like a really cool, like, fair thing like this with lots of people. Where are you from?
Gonna make an inside check on you, because that's weird, the way you've come up to him. Okay, that's interesting. He's like, I am from Port Zoon. Where are
Cool,
you
super cool.
from?
Oh, like the woods, like
Oh.
2 miles that way.
Oh, a local.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sorry, I know this is weird, and I sound weird. I'm weird in general. I just like learning about. It's okay, it's fine. I just like learning about like outside cultures and places and stuff like that. And I was curious, what's Port Zoom like? Are there forests over there?
Yeah. It's towards the east of here. It's on the coast, so it's a bit different for me. This is my first time in Tusoa, but no, Port Zoon is on the coast. It is one of the major, I don't know what this accent is. It's one of the major port cities of the Menagerie Coast.
That's
fishing,
super cool.
Military, trade.
I've just been sort of like looking to go travel other places besides the place that I've spent my entire life in. So I've kind of just like poking around.
If you like this type of atmosphere, Port Zoon is actually well known for its artisan guilds. If you have a
That's
trade,
super cool.
If you have a craft, you are welcome. I am the head of a guild myself in Port Zoon.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
What guild?
The Iron Workers.
That's super cool. Like swords and shit?
Iron, generally, any kind of goods.
Yeah. It's, did I have any other questions about, are there any, were there any, Port Zoon, any people that kind of look like me? Just curious. I've only ever seen people, like, in the forest.
There are
of
quite a
sort
number
of
halflings, yes. In Port
Yeah?
Zoon. Yeah.
Any, like, newcomers that you know of? Like a large group of them, maybe?
He's like, I mean, we get people in all the time. It is a lot of, trade and travel and...
Oh, totally.
It's a kind of a stopping point between Nicodranus and Port Damali, so...
Lots of coming and going.
Any large groups of halflings, if that's what you're asking about.
Yep.
No.
Wasn't.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, sure. I'm Ace, by the way. What's your name?
I am Fred. Fred.
Great to meet you, Fred. Friend?
I do well under pressure. Fred. It's kind of like
you're doing great.
Fred.
Okay. I apologize for accosting you in this manner. I really am just bad at talking to people, but you've been super helpful. It was really cool learning about Port Zoon. If I ever visit, I will say hi, maybe buy some iron.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Have a good fare. She goes.
You run off.
The Kakari's just standing there like 10 feet away, just like...
Why didn't you help me?
Perfect.
I'm not that social either, so... That was kind of impressive, if I'm being honest.
Oh god, that took a lot of effort. That took a lot of...
He wasn't giving you much back, though, so it's okay.
Just deep breaths, and listen. And now, the next time you have a conversation with someone, you're that much better.
That's a really good point. Thank you.
You guys kind of reconvene back towards the center, having spent a few hours probably perusing the stalls, and you hear someone shout out from behind you. Sign up for today's dancing competition and the skill chance games of tomorrow. And you hear this person kind of walking through, like, shouting loudly with this, like, clipboard, I guess, sort of thing in their hands as they're walking around. If anyone would like to sign up for any games.
I wonder what kind of games they got. They got any strength games?
Oh, you will go ask. Oh,
Do you
I can
think?
just tell you.
So this runs over.
Cool.
Yeah,
Do they have any? Yeah.
For
run
the,
over
sake,
as well.
for the sake of brevity, the person describes to you that there are a few different competitions. There's the dancing competition that happens tonight, and he describes that it's less about ability and more about being in sync with a partner. And he says, the best dancer doesn't even win. It's the people that are most in tune with their partners. And he goes on to describe that tomorrow there are like kind of various games, but the big attraction is the log toss, which is like kind of tradition of Tosoa, less artisan fare, more Tosoa tradition. I don't know if you guys like know the caber toss from like Highland games. It's kind of like that. It is the log tossing competition. Like I can sign you up if you're interested.
I would love to be signed up for the log tossing competition.
Signs up Solace for the log tossing competition.
I'll also toss a log.
Yep, Gima also signs up for the log tossing competition. It is 4
I-
gold.
Oleg, toss a log.
But he says,
I
I can
toss
we can
logs.
collect that when it's 4 gold buy-in. First place gets 15 gold. Second place gets 5.
Wait, so we pay 4 gold now?
I collect it tomorrow. That's okay.
Oh, okay,
Just
okay.
getting numbers, getting interest.
And I have a question. For the dance competition, do you have to sign up with a partner?
Yes. It
Or you-
requires a partner.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Or the dancing competitions tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight.
That's tonight.
It's a 50 gold prize.
50.
What? You got plans? You got somewhere to be? You concerned, Hikari? You look. Do you dance?
No.
Then
But I
why
do
don't we
have an
enter?
idea?
Why don't we dance?
An idea?
Maybe.
A 4-way dance? We've got all be in sync all at the same time?
I can't. I really can't. Damn.
I'm an okay dancer. I used to dance. I don't do well in front of people, but I did. Maybe I should.
I'm gonna do like a quick scan. I mean, I've kind of been looking around the crowds, but not as intently as now. A similar vein. I'm looking if anyone looks like they're out of town, but more like out of like Menagerie Coast town.
Okay, yep. Sure, make an investigation check.
15 and 13, so we'll take that 15.
Cool. That's
16 total.
16 total. Yeah, you see kind of like there are like some clear maybe like Marquesian outfits. Marquesian people walking around, and you do notice probably a small delegation of like Wildemount. Not Wildemount, that's the name of the continent. Dwendalian styled clothing. Kind of appearing here, so kind of more rigid lines and darker colours. Different groups, but generally all walking in groups as well. There's no real lone Dwendalian around here.
Oh gosh. I mean, I guess we could try. Entering.
Hang on. Hikari, what are you worried about? What are you running away from?
I'm running away from embarrassment. This is what I'm running away from.
the person says, I mean, we've got about 20 entrants so far. It's not, if you're worried about sticking, it's for fun with a wonderful prize.
It's a fair.
It's a fair. It's a dancing competition at a fair. And like I said, you don't need to be the best. You just need to be in sync.
All right. Well, I have an idea. Let's sign up.
Let's do it.
And he takes down your names and he says, all right, Hikari, and who is your partner, Hikari?
Oh, wait, can only be one other person?
One, partner.
I'll do it.
Hikari and
All right.
Oleg. And then we have Yuma, as you tell your names. Hikari has signed you up.
Oh no!
And-
Yeah, they're entering as well.
And, wonderful. And he marks you down for the dancing competition to take place later tonight. And with that, I think we might close this chapter of Hit Dice Heroes as you have.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you guys sit with the prospect of a dancing competition
no.
for a little bit. Gonna let that kind of
Oh boy.
like
Dancing
dwell
with a
on
star.
that for a while.
What are other dancing shows?
Dancing seeming to be a popular pastime in this town.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so much worse.
Yeah, so that was awesome, guys. That was so much fun.
That was great.
Like, even when it's like off the rails, I love it so much.
Oh shit! No,
Thank
what
you
time
for
is it?
tolerating us.
What time?
It's not sunset yet, is it? In the game.
No.
I know we've paused, but okay,
No.
good. I've got some catnip to deal. I need to go
Oh, that's great.
with the,
Yeah.
with the deal,
Yeah.
man.
Get the deal. Yeah.
In fact, yeah.
Cool.
And next
Okay,
episode's
cool.
gonna be wild.
Next episode, we're gonna drug deal a cat. We're gonna enter a dancing competition. And something
Throw
Throw
some
else.
logs.
obviously.
Yeah.
Throw some logs. Ooh.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
be
this is D&D, man.
Yeah. Thank you for
exciting.
putting up with our bullshit, Alana.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of shenanigans today.
It's so much fun, honestly. Don't even
I know, I am
apologize.
sorry.
Oh, I'll come back in focus. And then
Players that just take the piss. It's so
no,
much
no,
fun.
I love it. I love it so much. It's more like I'm like, oh, we've got some dreams to get to. I need to speed this up. Yeah,
Gotta
but,
get the fucking dreams.
yeah. Hope you enjoyed everything.
Yeah.
It was super fun to write that sort of stuff. So I'm excited
Yeah.
for your progress, and yeah. Thank you so much to everyone for sticking around and watching us live. Google Notes just crashed completely. Good timing. Thank you for watching on YouTube, if this is where you're watching it, or listening in the audio podcast. We super appreciate all the support that we've been given. It's been absolutely wild. And we were saying, I think, like at the end of our last session, like we stopped streaming. We're like, even if we didn't have people watching, we'd still be doing this. Like, we enjoy this
This is so much fun.
and it's kind of just an added bonus that other people get to enjoy it too. So thank you so much for sticking around and just, being so nice and awesome. Yeah, I think we'll finish up there, and our next session is what I sometimes do. Our next session
2 weeks.
2 weeks will be the 27th/28th of June. Yeah, thank you once again to our mod Wayhamera. Thank you for doing everything you do. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Wayhameras. Thank you, Craigs. It's so great that you can help out. But yeah, with all that said, we're gonna say good morning, good day, good night, aloha. It doesn't work quite as well.
Aloha's
Reverse, but
Aloha is everything.
take care, everyone. Stay safe. We love you all, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
We love you.